What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live watch-along. Today, we're going to be doing the live Premier League watch-along between Fulham and Manchester City at Craven Cottage. Before we crack on with this live stream though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support the future content created here on my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 16,000 subscribers. We're now less than 200 subscribers away from that goal, so any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated by me. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe. Plenty more football content, Manchester City content, Manchester City live watch-along content to come as well. So like I said, do subscribe if you haven't already. It is free. Don't forget also, check out my social media links. They're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email is also in the description below and on the banner too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this live watch along. Once more, we're aiming for minimum 100 likes. We're already only 78 likes away from 100 likes, so any help towards that will be much appreciated. If you're watching this, please do leave a like on the video, and also don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts if you're watching this in the comments below after the game. If you're watching right now, leave your thoughts in the chat, including where you're tuning in from, and also what your score prediction for this game and what you've made of that pretty strange lineup from Manchester City. Now, before we get on to our preview and having a good look at both sides and what to expect from this game, I do have a little promo to get through. So this video today is brought to you by OneFootball, the best footballing app out there. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description. That will take you to the download page to go and download OneFootball. Downloading OneFootball through that link does help to support the future content created here on the JSGC channel. Now, OneFootball keeps you up to date with all the latest football scores, results and fixtures. If you just click onto any of the games, very good feature this one, then it gives you the live statistics, the live league table during the game, and also what channel you will find your game that you're wanting to watch being broadcast on. So just before this game, I've gone on to watch this game. I don't know what channel it was on. Gone on to OneFootball. It's on BT Sport if you're tuning in from the United Kingdom. And there we go. Problem solved. Also on the OneFootball app, it'll keep you up to date with the latest football news and transfer news as well. It's a very good footballing app to have. It keeps you up to date with all the latest Manchester City information too. So do go and download it through the link at the top of my description. I do have my promo video, which I'm going to roll for you right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So big up OneFootball. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this live watch. Long you want to go and download the app, press the link at the top of my description. Now, we're going to head on to the live chat. We're going to have a look at who is tuning in with us right now at this moment in time. We have got JSGC member Adam Quinn tuning in, going for 3-0 to Manchester City. So thank you very much for tuning in there, Adam. It is much appreciated. We've got typical City as well. It is a very strange lineup. We have got Benjamin Mendy playing, and we do have Kun Aguero back as well. I will give my thoughts on that in just one moment. We've also got Nishabuli. I hope I've said your name right there. Also tuning in as well. Having looked, thinking City's strange lineup could well be City on course to get 5+ goals, which would be really interesting and would certainly make it for a very entertaining game. And I'd certainly like City to be scoring 5+ goals once more. That would be absolutely brilliant. Conke, thank you very much, introducing you there to the OneFootball app. So it is much appreciated that you have gone and checked out OneFootball, and thank you to everybody that has clicked the link at the top of my description and has downloaded OneFootball, that has helped to support my channel whilst being sponsored by OneFootball as well. So a big shout out to you there, Conke. Adim, glad you are enjoying the music there. Mr. Venom, I'll go through the team in just one moment. It is pretty strange. We've got Mum in the chat as well. Hello, Mum. Thank you for tuning in. Who else have we got? We've got Mohammed as well. Hello, thank you for tuning in. Asim as well, thank you for the very kind words there. One of the best out there. I do appreciate the very kind words. Mr. Venom, I will go on about the lineup in just one moment. Dennis as well, it's dominating the chat, that lineup. Mohammed, you make an interesting comment there with Pep undermining Fulham. He said we've been going now for 3-4 months. It's time for rotation. I think he's got one eye on that big Champions League match coming up in midweek. We've only got a few days recovery. We've got a 2-goal advantage. We're playing at a neutral venue. Anything can happen. I think it's just a case of City get that job done and get to the quarterfinals. It looks like he's got one eye on that as well. Asim as well, thank you for tuning in. Who'd have signed the contract and still... I'm not too sure what you mean by your question there, Asim. But yeah, thank you for leaving your thoughts there anyway. Robert Robinson as well, tuning in, liking the lineup there. I like that. I like the positivity. We've got Auntie in the chat as well with the lineup. Alex as well, hello, thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated by me. We've got Dad as well, looking forward to a good win tonight. I do hope so. Dad's going for 2-0 to Manchester City. That's also my score prediction for this game as well. Who else have we got? Money going for 4-0 to Manchester City. We've got Clark's man, a JSGC regular as well, tuning in, going for 3-0 to Manchester City. Big shout out there to Harry Dean as well. A €2.29 donation. Much appreciated, helping to support the content created here on the JSGC channel. So Harry, big salute to you there. Thank you very much for the donation. Big up for that. It is much appreciated by me. We've got Doen as well, tuning in as well. We've got Junaid in the chat, I can see. We've got Tom. We've got Brad. Have I missed anybody? We've got JP as well, going for 3-0 there to Manchester City. So yeah, much appreciated. Thank you everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated by me. So yeah, what we're going to do now, we're going to get on with the preview and let's speak about them all-important teams. Already up to 27 likes now, only 73 likes away from 100 likes. We've already got nearly 30 people as well tuning in, so that is absolutely fantastic. So thank you everyone for that. So I am using today's sponsor, OneFootball, on my phone here to give you the lineups and bring you up to date with everything happening. Referee today is Andre Mariner. Hopefully he can have a better performance than what John Moss did in the last midweek game that we played against Southampton, of course, which City ended up winning by 5-2. Fulham in their last game played at Anfield and beat Liverpool by 1-0. Fulham defended for their lives that day and were clinical as well, so I'm hoping there's not going to be a repeat of that. This is a very, very tricky game in my complete honest opinion. Now, we're going to start off first by speaking about our oppositions. Fulham, they're going with Areola, the international, in goal for them today. They've got Tete at right back, Aina at left back. They've got Anderson and Adarabioyo. I know I was going to get it wrong. They've got Anderson and Adarabioyo starting at the back, former Manchester City man Tosin, of course. In midfield, they've gone with Lamina, Harrison Reed, and also Andre Frank, Zambo and Guisa as well. They've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I did speak about him in my preview, wondering if he would get some minutes or not. They've gone with Lookman up top along with Cavallero, so that doesn't surprise me. On the bench for them today, they've got Tim Ream, the American international. They've got Onamar, Antonee Robinson, former Bolton man, Michael Hector, Josh Major, Aleksandar Mitrovic, so they might be looking for more of a target man as the game develops. They've got Joe Byram, Terence Congolo, and also Fabry as well. So, in my opinion, not a bad little side. And this is going to be certainly a very tricky away game with Fulham fighting for their lives, currently sitting in the relegation zone, level on points with 17, and an opportunity here for them to pick up some points and get out of the drop zone and put the pressure on the rest of the pack that are currently fending off being in the relegation places. So this isn't going to be an easy game at all for City, and with City making 7 changes from our last game against Southampton, we may look very disjointed. So this is going to be a very difficult game, I think, for Manchester City. As Mr. Venom's going for 3-1 to Manchester City, Mohamed they're going for 2-0 to Fulham. Yikes indeed. Yeah, there we go. Got I Am Guardiola as well tuning in, so thank you very much for that. So let's speak about Manchester City. Now, it could go one of two ways. So OneFootball have got the formation is 3 at the back from Manchester City. I've got a feeling it could be Cancelo and Rodri operating as a double pivot for City. Mendy will control on the left-hand side, and I've got a feeling it might be John Stones going on to the right-hand side, with Stones dropping deeper to go as a back 3, so Cancelo hopping in to the Ilkay Gundogan type position is what I think Man City might go for. But with us going with both Jesus and Aguero, it could well be 3 at the back and 2 up top, and Ferran Torres starting behind the striker. So our team for today, we've gone with Ederson in goal. We've got John Stones, Ruben Dias and Aymeric Laporte starting as Manchester City's centre-backs for today. So I'm looking forward to seeing how them 3 all work together there. Stones, Dias and Laporte, that's 3 excellent central defenders for City, and I get a good feeling of seeing all 3 of them on the pitch for City that it's going to be difficult for Fulham to be able to break down and get past them 3 as long as they're well organised. So I'm hoping we can do nothing stupid like we did in the Manchester derby and concede a penalty after 34 seconds, if we can iron them mistakes out of our game. And we made mistakes against Southampton for their goals as well. It was pretty sloppy defending at times, so hopefully we can solidify ourselves a little bit. Harry, thank you for tuning in. I do agree there. Parker is underrated manager. He's doing a good job at Fulham, I think. We've gone with Cancelo on the right-hand side, Benjamin Mendy on the left-hand side, and then a midfield 3 of Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Ferran Torres. I'm not too sure how that's going to work. I'd imagine Bernardo Silva would probably play behind the strikers. Where's Ferran Torres coming into it? Is he going to be given a free roaming position here? I'm not sure. I'd have thought it would have made more sense to have maybe gone with Riyad Mahrez or Phil Foden to be given that role instead, but they're both being given a rest, so I presume that they may well be starting against Mönchengladbach on Tuesday evening. But I mentioned in my preview, I'd like to have seen City go with a strong side. We are 14 points clear, and the chance here to go 17 points clear, and to me, that puts us in a really strong position where, in my opinion, we win today. We're only 3 wins away from the Premier League trophy, and because of that, we can then start turning our attention after this game to the other games, but City seemingly turning their attention now to other games, and so City doing plenty of squad rotation. Don't get me wrong, still a very strong Manchester City side. I'm just worried it might be a bit disjointed if the players are confused or they don't put in as good a performance as maybe what we've come to expect. I'm not sure. Aguero captains Manchester City today, leading the line along with Gabriel Jesus. Now, I'm just going to give my thoughts onto this because I've got a feeling that whilst it looks like it's 3 at the back, I reckon it could be John Stones on the right-hand side and Benjamin Mendy on the left-hand side, Ruben Dias and Aymeric Laporte through the middle, then a double pivot, Cancelo on one side, Rodri on the other, Cancelo or Rodri will be given the freedom to push forward like Ilkay Gundogan has been given. And I think it's going to be Bernardo Silva sitting at the top of the midfield 3, the role that De Bruyne is also more than capable of playing in. And then I think we're going to go with Ferran Torres on the right wing, and Gabriel Jesus is going to drift out towards the left wing and lead with Aguero up top. So there's 2 possible alternatives for City to go with going into this game. We'll get a good idea once the game starts as to what City's actual plans are for this game. It could well be a case of when we're pushing forward and we're playing offensively, the formation is 1, and then the formation changes when we're on the back foot and Fulham want to take charge. So yeah, it could well be two different formations going on at any one time. Sounds very confusing. If the players are used to playing like that though, then it shouldn't be a problem. But with the amount of squad rotation that we've got, I am fearful this is more like a cup game where City might look a bit disjointed. And what I want is for City to get off to a blistering start, a quick start. Try and get this game done as quickly as possible. It's going to be a very tight, very close game, I think. But if we can get that first goal, keep pushing, look for that killer 2-goal cushion, that killer second goal. And if you get that, keep pushing for the third. I feel like the sooner we get this game done, the better. Then we can start resting some players, making some substitutions, make sure the juices are all there, ready for that big Champions League match on Tuesday. But we've got a job to do here with City's tricky run-up from now until the end of the season. I look to this game and I'm thinking, team playing in the bottom 3, away from home. This is where I'm thinking, if you want to be Premier League champions, picking up 3 points. And like I said, pick up 3 points today, takes us on to 71 points. In my opinion, I think 80 points will be enough to win the Premier League, and therefore 3 wins away from winning the Premier League trophy. And I think the sooner we can get that done, the better. On the bench for Manchester City, if we wanted to make a difference on the bench, we have got Zack Steffen, the goalkeeper, Eric Garcia, Ilkay Gundogan, Phil Foden, Fernandinho, Kevin De Bruyne, Kyle Walker, Riyad Mahrez, and Oleksandr Zinchenko. 2 players missing out there. Nathan Ake isn't fully fit as of yet. He is back in first team training for Manchester City at this moment in time, which is good. Looking forward to seeing him returning. I think this would have been a good game for him to have started in as well, but there we go. Maybe he might be back for the Champions League game to return to the squad perhaps, and may get an appearance there, or maybe in the FA Cup next Saturday. We'll have to wait and see. And Raheem Sterling isn't in the squad today. Raheem Sterling, he is being given a rest, is what Pep Guardiola has confirmed. So there we go. That's the preview. We lost to Manchester United last weekend. We've responded. We picked up, not a great performance, but we picked up the 3 points and scored 5 goals against Southampton. What I'm looking for now is a good, confident, professional performance. What I want, scoring goals, attacking football, clean sheet. Not a lot to ask, is it really? I'm going for 2-0 Manchester City. We get the job done. We are showing our clinical touch. We do keep a clean sheet. I think that's perfect preparation for that Champions League game on Tuesday to get the job done and get to the quarter-final of the European Cup. That's what we've got to look forward to, and I'm looking forward to doing my live watch-along not only tonight, but also in midweek for that game as well. So there we go. I'm going for 2-0 to Manchester City. We've got Mixed in the chat, moderating the chat, so make sure everyone is keeping it clean and no spamming as well. Mixed going for 2-1 to Manchester City. We've got Steve in the chat. We've got Dragon coming back as well. We've got Dale tuning in as well, which is much appreciated. We've also got Luke as well. So thank you very much for tuning in. It is much appreciated by me. We've now got only 11 minutes to go until the kickoff for this game. So I'm just going to go through my promos once more, and then I'll speak about some of the results that have happened in the Premier League from earlier today and future games coming tomorrow as well, and the potential permutations for that. So if you are watching this and you are enjoying the content, then please do leave a thumbs up on this live stream. We are aiming for 100 likes. We are now only 73 likes away from that, so please do leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying the content. We've got over 40 people tuning in as well, so thank you everybody for tuning in. It is much appreciated by me. Don't forget also to subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. 16k, that's the aim, less than 200 subs away, so do subscribe if you haven't already. And also this video is sponsored and brought to you by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world, if you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So a big thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app, all you need to do, press that link at the top of my description to take you to the download page to download the best footballing app out there. So we've got Adekadia, I hope I've said your name right, going for 4-0 to Manchester City. We've got Asim going for 3-0 to Manchester City. We've got Nashibali, I hope I've said your name right as well, going for 4-1 to Manchester City. And Steve predicting we're going to get our very own return of an Aguero moment as well. That would be fantastic. We've got Demar tuning in from Jamaica. Dale tuning in from Dublin in Ireland as well. So do everybody let me know where you are tuning in this evening. That would be much appreciated by me. I'm very nosy and I do like to know where everyone is tuning in from. Addy going for 1-0 to Manchester City. And I am Guardiola. Do I think that 3 at the back will suit us better? Bit of a sit on the fence kind of answer, but I'll say time will tell how disjointed we're going to look. Potentially, it has the potential to be very attacking and work really well for Manchester City. When City are playing unusually, sometimes it can work for the best. Our oppositions haven't prepared for that. We find gaps left, right and centre. We exploit that. We show our clinical touch. We win the game and we win the game comfortably. That is the dream. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. My personal opinion, I think City are going to look a bit disjointed with the amount of changes that we've made, the formation change as well. I think it might be quite confusing for the players, and I think it might take us a little while to settle into the game. So if we can get off to a nice quick start and be proved wrong, then I think that would really set us up well for this game. If not, and Fulham can work their way into the game and take the game to Manchester City, and if they are going to do that, I think they might try and do that early on and try and look to gain an advantage, and if they can get the lead, they've got something to work with. Let's not forget, they kept a clean sheet at Anfield. They're good defensively. They're clinical as well. They're a very good team. It's away from home for Manchester City. We're playing at Craven Cottage. We're going to their backyard under the lights in London. This isn't going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. With Dragon tuning in, going for 2-0 to City. Steve going for 3-1 to Manchester City. Dudley going for 3-0 to Manchester City. And Conke going for 3-1 to Manchester City. So thank you very much for your score predictions there. Addy tuning in from Wales. So fantastic. We've got Brijesh, I hope I've said your name right, tuning in from South Africa. Blue Moon tuning in from Vancouver as well. And Ada Kadir tuning in from the United States of America. So thank you, International JSGC. We've got our international audience here. It's an unusual kickoff time here in the United Kingdom, 8 PM on a Saturday. It was meant to be a 3 PM kickoff. It's a bit strange. It's not something I'm keen on, this 8 PM on a Saturday. I have better things to be doing at 8 PM on a Saturday, my day off. But there we go. It is what it is. It's better than not having any football at all. I do have fresh memories from last year and that big gap without any football. I did miss it. So I'll take an 8 PM kickoff on a Saturday if it means I get to watch football. But there we go. I do imagine it does suit some of our international viewers today, particularly those from to the west of the United Kingdom, so the United States, the Caribbean and everybody. So I imagine today's kickoff time does really suit, whereas the Eastern fans get to miss out once more, which, when you've got an international audience, it happens. So there we are. Steve going for Aguero and Jesus to become the scorers for Manchester City today. It's a good one, actually. I'm going for 2-0 to City. I'm going to go for goals from... I'm going to go for Aguero to get on the score sheet. Would be really good. And I'm going to go for Bernardo Silva as my other one. We've got Conke tuning in from Cape Town in South Africa. So that is brilliant. Dragon liking that. Going for the Smirnoff Ice. That would be absolutely brilliant. I'm just on Vimto, which is very underwhelming. We've got Romain going for 3-0 to Manchester City, tuning in from lovely Jamaica. So that's absolutely fantastic. Robert tuning in from Jamaica as well, so fantastic. We've got Damien going for 2-0 to Manchester City as well for this away match against Fulham. Just noticed that Fulham are fully getting on with their brand new stand that they're putting just next to the River Thames. I have had the pleasure with Mixid going to watch his team Preston away at Fulham. Would like to get there with City as well, that'd be brilliant. But yeah, really nice away ground. I think once that new stand is up, I'd quite like to go to Fulham away and do the stuff that we didn't really get to do last time we got to do Fulham away, and go and see what that new stand was like, because last time we went they'd flattened everything down, so it was getting a really cold breeze coming in. That was last February by the way. It's the last football game I went to as well. A really cold breeze coming into the stadium from the River Thames end there. So yeah, it'd be nice to see that completed. Not too sure when it is going to be completed, but it looks like it's towering over the rest of Craven Cottage. Kelby tuning in from Hua Hin in Thailand. Probably said that wrong, but there we go. So very nice. Must be very, very early in the morning in Thailand at the moment. Adam going for 3-0 to Manchester City with goals from Kun Aguero, Ferran Torres and John Stones. Brad tuning in from the Lake District in England as well. I like that. Nice. And Kelby, 3 a.m. dedication there in Thailand. So that's brilliant. So thank you everybody for letting me know where you're all tuning in from. We've now got over 50 people now tuning in to my live watch along. So thank you everybody for choosing the JSGC channel for your live coverage of this game in the Premier League between Fulham and Manchester City. So Manchester City have come out already for the start of this first half. Fulham are following Manchester City to come out now. The home side, of course, for them. Hoping we're going to have a really good, really entertaining game of football here. I just said I was going to go through the games from earlier in the Premier League. So, in the race for the top four, Chelsea have dropped points today away from home with a 0-0 draw against Leeds. Leeds having a bit of a mid-table kind of season for them, which, considering it's the first season in the Premier League, I think they'll take. Crystal Palace managed to pick up a win, so I'm sure that'll make them feel better, as they're also heading towards mid-table, beating West Brom, who are now looking pretty doomed. Crystal Palace beat them 1-0 in the 3 p.m. kick-off, and then at 5:30 this evening, Everton took on Burnley, which finished Everton 1, Burnley 2. So a really good win there for Burnley. A bit of a setback that for Everton and their their conquest for European football. As now they've played a game more than Tottenham. Tottenham only 1 point behind them. That if Tottenham pick up any points, they'll go over Everton, and with Liverpool still to play, we've played the same amount of games as what Everton have at this moment in time, sitting 3 points behind Everton with a better goal difference, with Liverpool still to play this weekend. Then Everton could well be dropping out of the European places there, but Burnley, that'll make them feel a lot better, because they were perhaps starting just to get concerned currently, or were 4 points behind Fulham. With their win now sends them 7 points clear of Fulham. I'm hoping we can do everyone at the bottom a favour and pick up a win. I'm sure that'll make Newcastle and Brighton feel a lot better, and it's Brighton currently sitting in 17th place. Now, looking beyond that, and the other Premier League games going on this midweek, Newcastle played Aston Villa on Friday evening, by the way, which finished 1 apiece at St James's Park. On Sunday, you've got Southampton taking on Brighton, a big game that for Brighton, followed by Leicester against Sheffield United, so one for us to keep an eye out for, because Leicester can still win the Premier League, of course. You've got the North London derby tomorrow as well. Arsenal taking on Tottenham Hotspur at 4:30 p.m. GMT, followed by Manchester United, who we'll be keeping an eye on as well, at Old Trafford taking on West Ham, which won't be an easy game for Manchester United. And then on Monday evening, gets no easier for Liverpool. They've got an away game against Wolves, which, like I said, isn't going to be easy for them as well. So yeah, lots of Premier League football to look forward to over the next couple of days. Lots of big games starting right here, right now. It is Fulham taking on Manchester City. The players have gone through the warm-ups. They're stripped. They're ready for kick-off. The coin toss taking place at this moment in time. It is Kun Aguero that is captaining Manchester City today, and it looks like Anderson is captaining Fulham at the back. As Sergio Aguero looks happy to keep everything as it is and not swapping their positions on the field around. So we are literally now just moments away from kick-off at Craven Cottage for this Premier League game. Big game at the bottom for Fulham. Can they pick up some points? Can they pick up a win and really put the cat amongst the pigeons for the teams at the bottom? Can City put themselves in a really strong position and go momentarily 17 points clear at the top of the Premier League? With if that does happen, it's starting to become more and more a matter of when, not if, Manchester City win the Premier League. But still, we have a job to do. We are literally now just moments away from kickoff. It's now a minute past 8. So we're late as the players take the knee. Ready and waiting for kickoff for this game. It's Aguero that's going to be getting us underway, and he does get us underway for the start of this first half. It's Manchester City attacking from right to left. Fulham attacking from left to right. Fulham playing in their white shirts, black shorts and white socks, their home kit. Manchester City today in their away strip of black shirts, black shorts and black socks. It's City that give away the ball early on. Mendy cannot... the ball comes in, so Mendy looks a bit slow off the pace there, and City can clear their lines through Rodri. So it is Fulham taking the game to Manchester City very early on here, and a bit of defending for Laporte to do, and he clears the ball out for a throw into Fulham just on the edge of the penalty area for Fulham to have a throw in a pretty dangerous area. So thank you very much, Troy, if you have open said your name there right. Thank you very much for your kind comments. Troy, if you're tuning in from South Africa, that's what I like to see. We've got Keegan tuning in from Michigan as well. As we've currently now got nearly 90 people now tuning in to the JSGC channel. So thank you very much for that. It is much appreciated by me. As we've got JJ tuning in from Wales as well. We've got Real Tom 2 in the chat. So thank you for that. As we're now only 47 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Fulham into an attacking position, into the penalty area. They can't regain control, and Cancelo does clear. So it is looking at the moment, with Jesus being clattered to the floor by Anderson and no free kick being given, that City going with what looks like Aguero on one side, Torres on the other, and Jesus on the left-hand side. So there we go. It's such a long time mixed. I was just saying they're doing the... I can see they're coming along with that expansion of the new stand. It's towering over Craven Cottage. So I think once that's completed, it'd be nice to actually get back to Craven Cottage and do Fulham away properly. I think would be really good. As Chifua going for 3-1 to Manchester City. I'm going for 2-0 to City today. Pitch is looking very narrow here. Here's Gabriel Jesus now. I think it's just all about City if we can get a bit of control on the game, work our way into the game, dictate play, the pace of the game, and kick on from there. Here is Ruben Dias now for Manchester City, bringing the ball forward. Laporte to Rodri. He goes down under a challenge and a free kick's given to City, which City choose to take quickly. Bernardo Silva in the centre to John Stones, who goes into the Fulham half now. He plays a pass forward. Ferran Torres leaves it, and Ferran Torres probably should have gone for that. He left it for Joao Cancelo, but Joao Cancelo never looked like he was going to get there, and so the defender does. Here's Harrison Reed now. Anderson with the ball. Here's former City man Tosin Adarabioyo. Nice to see the return of Tosin as well. As a ball gets played through here. Chance here for Fulham. Penalty area. Twisting. turning, too many turns, and a good block from Manchester City, and it is out for a corner to Fulham. A good bit of defending that. I think he might have been offside, but the danger needed dealing with anyway. He looks offside, and I think he was offside. Cavallero there. Takes probably one touch too many. When he twisted in onto his left foot, he probably should have just had a shot there. Instead, he looked to try and take an extra touch past Laporte, and it was a good bit of defending from Benjamin Mendy to help at the back for City, which is what I like to see. Harrison Ford. Oh, I love Harrison Ford. No, I'm a big fan of Harrison Reed. I've watched his progress. I think it was back in Football Manager. I want to say like 13, 14. I can't remember which. He's always been a very good holding midfielder. I signed him for whoever I was playing as. He did a really good job. As Mendy puts a ball into the box, it's not dealt with properly by the goalkeeper, and Jesus can't get it under control, and Fulham can get it clear. Rodri put under pressure and the ball stolen away, so Fulham can come forward, and it's a good bit of exchange of passes here. Here's Cavallero now up against Ruben Dias. He's dictating where he wants the defenders to be, and a really poor pass that from Cavallero means that Manchester City have a throw-in. We've got Ben in the chat as well, so welcome Ben. So we've now got over 100 people tuning in. 57 likes, 43 likes to go, ladies and gentlemen, to them 100 likes. If everyone currently tuning in to this live stream leaves a thumbs up, we'll ace that target of 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Reed now for Fulham to Tosin. Philip tuning in once more. JSGC regular tuning in from sunny Jamaica. Love that. I love that I've got quite a good, strong, supportive fan base in the Caribbean and in Jamaica. So thank you everybody that is over there that is tuning in. Much appreciated. And thank you to everybody else that's tuning in as well. Look, 64 likes. We're 36 likes away. Let's keep them likes going. Doing really well. Much love to Jamaica indeed. So it definitely looks like City are going with Aguero up top, Jesus left, Ferran Torres on the right. What's interesting is Cancelo's playing as a back five. So is it like a 5-2-3? I don't know. I really do not know. 120 likes before halftime. That would be great. Adarabioyo now plays a ball forward. It's a brilliant ball forward. Luckily, it is read by Aymeric Laporte, but I've come to expect no less from a quality centre-back like Laporte. As Benjamin Mendy slips, Fulham now in an attacking position. Cannot play their ball right, and Ruben Dias can bring the ball clear for Manchester City. Here's Ferran Torres now to Bernardo Silva. Good work that by Ferran Torres. Dropping deeper, getting the ball under control, and ensuring City come away with possession. Callum, thank you for tuning in. Here's Ruben Dias now. City now being brought forward from John Stones. Plays a nice ball out to the left-hand side. Mendy, Jesus. About 25-30 yards away from goal. He's moving backwards. John Stones makes a run forward for City. Ball gets played in. Jesus can control it. Here's Aguero into the penalty area. And it wasn't a bad pass that by Aguero. Benjamin Mendy, I think, just been wrong-footed. They stopped playing. The flag's gone up, so it was offside there for City. As we're now 30 likes away from 100 likes. So, yeah, we've done really well. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Jesus was offside there. And, yes, I am by myself tonight. Nobody joining me. But I have got the JSGC army, the JSGC faithful joining me as always. So, yeah, never really on my own, but physically I am, yeah, just me here. 8 PM on a Saturday. As currently Fulham have had more possession in the first 8.5 minutes, but I've noticed City are just starting to build their way into the game now. Fulham have had 59% possession compared with 41% for City. Goal kick comes forward. Flicked on by Loftus-Cheek, but City win the ball. Here is Ederson now with the ball for Manchester City. This could be a game where the pitch looks dead tight and narrow. If Ederson can play a couple of really good long balls forward, then we'll go. And maybe so, maybe so. Here's Ruben Dias now. That's going to be a free kick surely to City, and it is. It's taken a while for City to settle at the moment. So free kick is going to be taken by Rodri for Manchester City. Here is Ruben Dias now. It'd be interesting to see Jesus on the wings. Bernardo Silva tracking back really well. Pitch looks very narrow. It looks like an Anfield pitch. As far as I'm aware, though, the pitch isn't any bigger or smaller than the normal size as Jesus plays a ball in towards Torres, which is read all the way by Adarabioyo. It's a good ball out now. Mendy, Jesus. He crosses the ball and it's not a great ball to the right hand side. It's done well by Cancelo to keep the ball in and get something across. City's regained control of the ball. Mendy cannot find Jesus with the pass, and so Fulham can come away with the ball and get a throw in just near their own penalty area on their right hand side. So 25 likes now away, ladies and gentlemen, from 100 likes. How, when actually will we get there is what I'm thinking. When will we get to them 100 likes? 25 to go. Look like a free kick back to Fulham. Referee doesn't give it. Ball gets hoofed forward. I think it went out of play for a throw-in, and it has. It's looking like just Aguero up top and Jesus on the left wing, Ferran Torres on the right wing, playing as inverted wingers, where Mendy and Cancelo will overlap. Given all the latest on Erling Haaland in my last transfer update, which I put out for you guys just earlier today. If you want to go and check that video out of all the latest transfer news, I've got no more up-to-date news from today other than for that. Good bit of pressing that from Jesus. City win the ball. Torres goes down under pressure just on the edge of the penalty area. Referee says no to a free kick for City. But City do regain control of the football just on the outside of the centre circle. Here is Aymeric Laporte for Manchester City now. City surely starting to win themselves back into their possession battle. As City for the last, 3 or 4 minutes have really dominated the ball. City are just looking to settle, but as of yet, no real opportunities, no test for the goalkeeper, just heavy touches and bits of mistakes at the moment. It's a bit of a slow game, a tense game on a knife edge at the moment. Chifuaya, I keep saying your name wrong, I do apologise, but thank you very much for your nice comment there. I do appreciate your comment and support. We're now 22 likes away. A heavy touch there from John Stones. He's pressing to try and win the ball back. It looked like a free kick to Fulham. Eventually the referee does give a free kick to Fulham just inside their own half. So a chance here potentially for Fulham to get some possession and move forward, as we're now through 13 minutes here. It is Fulham 0, Manchester City 0, as a pass is played off Ferran Torres and out for a throw-in to Fulham just inside their half as well. So the throw-in is taken, it's long, and it does find the man, although Rodri reads that and can make the interception. Here is Cancelo now, clearing the ball for City. Doesn't find touch and actually intercepted with a bad touch from Fulham, and it's out for a throw into City. So a good clearance, you would say, there from Joao Cancelo, who will take the throw in here for Manchester City. He's got Bernardo Silva to one side. He's got Ferran Torres to the other. Jesus dropping deeper. Rodri dropping deeper. He throws it out to Jesus, who goes down under a challenge from Reed, and a free kick's given to City. Hello, Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. That'd be so annoying. That's a funny comment. That made me smile. I presume you're going on about the rotation there. Here is Aguero now for Manchester City. Joao Cancelo. Big game this for Sergio Aguero. I did say that it's an opportunity today for Aguero to prove his fitness, prove he's still got a future at City. If he can get himself a couple of goals, I think he puts himself in a solid position to start the next game, and that's probably what Aguero will be looking for. Can he get a new contract at City? Can he prove that he is fully fit? Can he prove that he's still finding goals? It all makes sense, Andrew, having De Bruyne captain on Fantasy Premier League. I've seen people have made like the double captain points and treble captain points and had City players that have found the bench, you know, like De Bruyne and Gundogan and stuff. So it's the problem I've had with Fantasy Premier League squad rotation from Manchester City. When City are having a great season and players are in form, you want to put them in your squad. However, you want to be a bit reluctant to do so because City rotate so much. It happens. 19 likes now away from 100 likes. Can we get them 19 likes before half time? That'd be brilliant. Only 30 minutes to go. Here is Manchester City now through Aymeric Laporte. Midway inside the Fulham half, Benjamin Mendy to Aymeric Laporte. City just patiently building this up. Here is Ruben Dias. A City first 5 or 10 minutes or so didn't look like they were settling too well. Certainly now looking a little bit more settled, knocking the ball around. Still though, not created any opportunities, no shots on goal, nothing to report on. Has been a pretty boring 16 minutes or so at the moment. Thank you very much, Andrew. I do appreciate that. We're only 14 likes away from 100 likes now as Ederson plays a long ball forward, which is just about dealt with by Anderson. It was a great ball that by Ederson on his weaker foot as well. Nearly found Jesus. Aguero though picks up the loose second ball on the edge of the penalty area, into the penalty area, making a direct run. Fulham defenders though surround him and they can win the ball back. Here is Reed for Fulham. A good bit of trickery with his feet there from Ruben Loftus-Cheek allows Reed to play a ball forward to absolutely no one in particular. Manchester City can pick up the loose ball now. John Stones to Ruben Dias. Not too much movement from City in an attacking sense at the moment, and that's a poor pass from Ruben Dias to not find Benjamin Mendy. It instead goes out for a throw into Fulham. Ruben Dias looking a bit rusty at the moment, which is surprising considering how well he's settled into life at Manchester City and how fantastic he has looked for us, but it happens. Human at the end of the day. To be putting in solid 8 out of 10 plus performance every single game. You know, it's machine-like. As John Stones takes a heavy touch, finds a pass to Bernardo, though. And here is Ruben Dias now. Working the ball forward for Manchester City. So it's looking like one of our centre-backs, whoever wants to come forward, can. As it's definitely looking like a bit of a free at the back from City. Here is Cancelo. Ball played forward. Ferran Torres gets the first shot of the game. And it is saved by Areola at the back for Fulham. Bit of a tame effort that from Ferran Torres. But a save that I would definitely expect a quality goalkeeper like Areola to be making for Fulham. And so it does remain here. Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. Andrew tuning in from Scotland. A Hibs fan, a Hibernian fan. I like that. So thank you very much for tuning in. We've now got over 100 people now tuning in, so thank you everyone for tuning in. It is much appreciated. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you are enjoying this video. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. And don't forget also to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is OneFootball. You can download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description. It does help to support the future content created here on the JSGC channel. You also get the best footballing app out there. So what's not to like? Here is Laporte for City now. Mendy. I like the camera angle. They're using one of them towers. It's got a little bit of an old-fashioned, smaller ground feel, even though Craven Cottage isn't exactly small. There we go. Bernardo Silva now brought to his knees. Wants a free kick and gets a free kick. Bit of a weak one, that one, but we get a free kick nonetheless. There we go. I'll take that. I think Fulham will feel hard done by. Just Bernardo Silva put under pressure. Here is Laporte for City. Plays the ball to Ruben Dias. Rodri, under pressure, makes a really good pass out to John Stones on the right-hand side. Here's Ferran Torres now. Really good pass to Cancelo in the penalty area. Good ball squared across, and Areola reads the danger and manages to gather up possession there for Fulham. Has been, Steve, there, I agree. A bit of a slow start for City at the moment, as we're now single-digit likes away from 100 likes. Only 9 likes away now. As we've got Seymour tuning in from the lovely, sunny, warm Jamaica in the Caribbean. Very jealous you get to watch Manchester City in Jamaica. There we go. Here is Harrison Reed for Fulham then. Anderson plays the ball down the right-hand side and Fulham can clear their lines. Comes off his own man and Mendy can pick up the pieces for City, and he plays a pass backwards all the way back to Ederson. Fernando tuning in from Malaga in Spain as well. I like that. Trinidad in the house from Robin too. Love that. Great ball played forward. Here is Ferran Torres into the penalty area. Has to take a heavy touch and take it away from the penalty area. Bit of a strange pass, but a pass nonetheless finds Cancelo. Here's Aguero now, making the movements into the box. Looked offside. Nothing given from the linesman, though. Tackle made by Fulham. So Fulham should be able to clear their lines here. And can. It's won back by Manchester City. Cleared, though, by Fulham. Bit scrappy this. Stones wins a header and plays a ball out to Rodri. Rodri to Dias to Stones. Just about City keeping hold of possession through Cancelo. Here's Bernardo Silva for City. Got Billy Joe tuning in from Salford. That's a good ball play forward. Here's Ferran Torres. I think he's onside, and that's handball. Oh, the offside flag goes up. Offside flag goes up, so that doesn't matter. And so a free kick's going to be given there to Fulham. It was Ferran Torres that definitely looked offside, and certainly was offside. He was dispossessed, and a clearance was made, and it definitely hit the arm of one of the Fulham players. A good pass, though, by Cancelo. Just couldn't take it under his control properly there, Ferran Torres. Ben tuning in from Scotland. I think it's difficult with Ferran Torres. He's not played many minutes, so when he's coming in at such a young age as well, inexperienced, it's difficult. There's quality there. I've seen it in the Spanish national side. I think given a run of games, I think he'd really find his feet. It's quite difficult because where does he fit in? Where does he get the minutes from? I don't know. It's harsh because I can't really say that he's not been a good signing from City. Or it's not really working when he's not been here for even a season yet. I've always said, and I said it even when we signed Torres back last summer, 2 seasons. Give him 2 seasons, then I can judge how good he is, where we go from there. And if that's a position City may have to look at again, and City potentially cash in or loan him out or what's not. I think it's all about finding what works for him, and he just needs to find a run of form where he's finding goals, finding assists, and he is keeping out players like Foden, like Mahrez, like Raheem Sterling out of the team. Is certainly what I think City need to be looking for. And need to find a way to make it work. But, yeah, like I said, give him 2 seasons. Still got another season yet. He's still very young and raw. There's potential certainly there. He's got a good opportunity tonight to see if he can find some goals and assists for City. So we'll see. We'll see. Here is Ruben Dias now. Could have played a ball forward, but he doesn't. As we're now 8 likes away from 100 likes, ladies and gentlemen. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Here is Ruben Dias now coming forward for City. Jesus. Not really much on for him. He gets a good pass out to Stones in space. Worth a shot, this. No? That's not a good ball by Stones. And it's out for a goal kick to Fulham. Not quite linking up for City yet at the moment, which is unfortunate, to say the least. So goal kick taken by Areola. Anderson plays it out to the right-hand side. Fulham launch the ball upfield. And giving away. Here is Bernardo Silva for City inside the Fulham half. Fulham kind of pegged in at the moment, but City aren't turning this pressure into chances. Mendy gets a cross in and it's out for a corner to Manchester City. So a chance here maybe for a potential set piece for City to make something happen. Certainly, like I said, new signings come in, got to give them at least 2 seasons to see how good they are. That's when you get a real idea of if they're a good player or not. The only way I'd say leave after a season is if you want to leave or it's quite clearly not working. So it's Mendy with a corner. I haven't got high expectations for this. Yeah, it doesn't beat the first man. Here's Ferran Torres, edge of the penalty area, and he gets a shot away, which is scuffed high and wide and out for a goal kick to Fulham. So through 25 minutes, a pretty boring 25 minutes here so far in the Premier League. It is Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. Still, we await the illustrious first goal of this game. You see, Mendy's been here longer than 2 seasons, so I can judge. And my summary of Benjamin Mendy is he's incredibly injury prone. He's lost form. I think there's better options for City at left back. Doesn't mean I don't think that Mendy couldn't be a good player. I just think that he'd need to go somewhere where he can find his form, where it works for him. He just looks so low on confidence. I'm not confident that Mendy could do a string of games for City. I'm not confident that Mendy could play 6 or 7 consecutive games for City, like Cancelo and Walker can, even Zinchenko as well, because he doesn't have the fitness to be able to do that. He seems to have just lost his touch when it does seem for him to go forward. I mean, always his strongest point has been his crossing ability, his chances to create opportunities. He shows glimpses of having it, and certainly the quality is there. We just don't seem to find a way of getting it out of him on a consistent basis. I'm happy to use Mendy as a rotated option. I think there'd be better options for us for first team players, and if push came to shove and City, with the rumours are to be believed that they are looking at signing a left back in the summer, if a left back does need to leave and the choice was between Mendy or Zinchenko, from the form that I've seen over the last 12 months, I'd rather have Zinchenko here, because I say that because, like I said, he holds his fitness better. I think he suits our system better, and this is coming from a player that is an attacking midfielder. He's playing in a position that isn't all familiar to him, yet he does a really good job. So yeah, I like Benjamin Mendy. I think he's a really good character. I think he's a good player to have in and around the players and in the dressing room for morale. He's a player that I'm sure makes a lot of people laugh and smile. In terms of ability on the football pitch, I haven't been that impressed. When he first came to City, I thought he was dynamic. I thought he was a very good player. But as he's got injured more and more and more, he just seems to have lost that form. And it's a shame. It is a shame. I've not heard of Juan Kerr, if I'm honest. So I can't comment. I've never seen him play from Getafe, so I don't know, I'm afraid. Here is Rodri for Manchester City now. Here's plays the pass out to Mendy. Mendy goes long with ball towards Torres. Torres does well, wins the header. Adarabioyo under pressure from Cancelo can clear his lines, and it's not a bad clearance either. Adarabioyo has impressed me so far, first 28 minutes or so. I think he's looked fairly comfortable for Fulham. Of course, leaving Manchester City to get more first team minutes. I was very disappointed that we only got £2 million for him, when definitely the potential was there. We saw that at Blackburn Rovers. It's a great loan move for him. I'm happy he's playing on a consistent basis now for a Premier League club, showing his quality. Really good for his development as well. I can see if this continues, maybe if Fulham stay in the Premier League, it continues for another season or so. I can maybe see other Premier League clubs having a good look at Adarabioyo, of course, a homegrown player as well. Not saying that City would be a club that would look at him, but I could see maybe other teams having a good look. As Fulham have got a corner here, 29 minutes in, on the right-hand side, so a potential chance here for Fulham to try and find the opening goal. So the corner comes in. Doesn't beat the near post, and City can glance the ball clear. However, Fulham do pick up the loose ball. They are being forced backwards though. Here is Reed playing the pass backwards. Fulham can clear their lines and look to move the ball forward. It's a really good ball forward as well into the penalty area here, Fulham. Mendy now forcing the player out wide. Will Fulham get a shot away or make anything happen? It's a good bit of defending that from Rodri. Fulham do keep hold of the ball, however. Still got the ball on the right hand side, playing the passes, and a good interception there from Jesus, dropping back to help out with his defensive duties. Sees Fulham pick up a throw in just on the outside of Manchester City's penalty area. It's not always about scoring goals and playing attacking football. Sometimes it's all about getting back, doing your defensive duty, and ensuring that no opportunities are created and you're not conceding goals as well. Surely that's going to be a free kick to City. Torres looked like he was brought down. Referee chooses to play an advantage to Fulham instead. Does seem a bit slow and pedestrian from City at the moment, but when you made 7 changes from a really offensive team that was playing against Southampton that was capable of scoring 5 goals, I think that's always going to happen, particularly when none of them attacking players are playing. As a cross comes in deep from Fulham, looked like it went out of play for a goal kick. Referee says play on. And a cross comes in. Mendy can head the ball clear, and Jesus cannot win the ball. It's a good interception this by Fulham, so a good bit of pressure on the outside of the City penalty area. Another cross comes in, isn't a very good one, and Cancelo can control the ball. He clears for Manchester City, only as far as a Fulham player on the outside of the penalty area. City under a bit of pressure here. Can they get a free kick? Can they win the ball back? Mendy just hooves the ball out for a throw-in from the left onto the right-hand side. Yeah. Not that brilliant. There we go. We get a little image of Mitrovic on the bench. If Fulham are going to go down that line of crosses and stuff, then maybe having someone like Mitrovic, who is more of a target man, a player that they can put balls into the box to and win balls with headers and control the ball. And hold up play as well would maybe have been a better option for them, but learning curve. That should be a throw into City, and is. So it's taken quickly. Here is Ferran Torres now for City, playing the ball backwards. Rodri needs to find space, finds Torres, he works the ball backwards. Here's Cancelo now, plays the ball backwards. Here's Ederson, plays a nice pass out to Laporte. Here is Laporte for Manchester City. Lays the ball forward. Good pass that by Laporte. Here's Aguero now under pressure from Reed, and surely a free kick there to Manchester City, and it is. So we're now only 4 likes away from 100 likes, ladies and gentlemen. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're now through 32 minutes. Can we get them 100 likes before half time? That is the question. Here is Rodri for Manchester City from that free kick. Jesus dropping deeper. Like he'd slipped on the ball, but keeps hold of the ball well for City, and he picks up another free kick there for Manchester City inside the Fulham half. 2 likes now away from 100 likes. It's a fantastic effort this. It's been a brilliant effort from everybody in this first half. Torres gives the ball away cheaply. Fulham can't control the ball, and Ruben Dias can have control now. Here is Rodri with the ball, playing the ball back to John Stones. Here is Stones for City to Cancelo. Ruben Dias now. Looking for players in space. Isn't really clicking for City at the moment. There's a bit of movement from Cancelo there. Stones chooses not to play a pass to him though. Here is Laporte for City. We're now on 99 likes. We're 1 like away from 100 likes. Who wants to be my 100th like? That is the question. And there we go. 100 likes on the live stream once more. Thank you everybody for that. Much appreciated. City into the penalty area now. Mendy plays a cross. It's not a good cross. And Fulham can clear. Here's Rodri now picking up the ball on the left-hand side for City. Have a drive into the box. Explore. He does well to find Mendy. Here is Mendy now. Plays a cross. It isn't a brilliant cross. It's too deep. City do pick up the ball on the right-hand side, though, through Cancelo. On his left foot. He's twisting and turning. Bernardo Silva now into the penalty area. He makes a good run. Makes one. Went past one challenge, then another. And then gets a shot away. It's a bit of a tame effort, though, straight at Areola, and he makes a save there for Fulham. So 34 minutes in. City have had a couple of tame efforts on goal. Nothing too concrete, but there we go. So thank you very much, Dragon, and thank you, Dad. Yep, 100 likes up. It's been a brilliant live stream in terms of numbers so far, so thank you everyone for that. It is much appreciated. Here is a throw-in for Manchester City that's going to be taken by Ruben Dias. I think this game might suit Kevin De Bruyne, you know, just to try and spring a pass or two. See if we can make something happen, potentially, is what I'd be thinking. That's where my thinking is at the moment, anyway, as it is 0-0 here at the moment. Here is Gabriel Jesus now for City. He's intercepted. He took a hand to the face there. He's not happy about that, and Mendy makes a foul, and a free kick is given to Fulham there. Jesus goes down now. Not too sure what's happened there with Jesus. He's got a hand in the face. I saw that. Sure, that's not enough for you to lie on the ground now. Oh, it's a big elbow, actually, to the face there. It's a bit nasty, that, from Tete. How that's not been spotted by the official is beyond me. But there we go. English referees for you. It's a really big elbow, that one, to the face. From Jesus. I think if that's seen by the official, that would definitely be a yellow card. As it is, it's Fulham that have a free kick. Vintage English referees. Steve, I agree. City definitely need to step this up a little bit. Bit pedestrian. As Tete takes, I think he's taking his necklace off there. Gives it to one of the coaches. I think Tete's lucky there not to be yellow carded and a free kick given to City. I think he can count himself lucky. As we are now up to 105 likes, so I think the next like goal would be 150 for us to aim for. So let's see if we can get there. We got there in our Southampton game. Got to 150 likes, so can we do it for this Fulham game is the question now. That's going to be given away. Bernardo Silva now picks up the ball for Manchester City. As I can hear the rain here. Heavy rain. Up in the north of England. Doesn't look like it's raining though in London, so that's not affecting them too much. So I'm just more mentioning that in case my microphone is picking up the rain against the window and roof. If you can hear that, then that is what that is, as we are through 36.5 minutes here. Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. So don't forget, if you are watching this and you are enjoying the content, then do leave a thumbs up on the live stream. Don't forget also to subscribe too, aiming for 16k subscribers. We're only 200 subs away from that, so if you haven't already, then do subscribe. And today's video is sponsored and brought to you by the best footballing app out there, OneFootball. Go and download the OneFootball app through the link at the top of my description, and that will take you to the download page to download the OneFootball app to keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, latest scores, live statistics during the game, live league tables, and lots of other good perks as well. So do go and download the OneFootball app if you haven't already, and a big thank you to everyone that has downloaded OneFootball through my link as well. That is much appreciated. It does help to support the future content created here on my channel. As a free kick is given to a goal kick is given to Fulham here. Been a bit of a very slow first half, this one. A half not really with too many opportunities right now. Here's Areola for Fulham. I think it was offside, so a free kick for Fulham at the moment. Evening, Dale.
Good evening, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You've missed absolutely bugger all here at the mo. Nothing's happened. There's been 2 or 3 tame efforts from City. Here's Jesus now in a great position. Plays the ball out to Torres into the penalty area. Gets a ball across, and Adarabioyo there once more just to help diffuse the situation. And Areola can pick up the ball for Fulham.
I was just having my tea.
Having your tea, relaxing. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming along. It's a really good ball that towards Jesus. Jesus didn't need to make a pass there. Could have controlled that, but there we go. Yeah, we're already past 100 likes at the moment. We've got nearly 100 people tuning in at the moment. Already at 5,000 playbacks. It's not all bad. It's just not been a very good game.
It's not a very good game. It's
just not a very good game. That's where we're at the mo. Here's Aguero for City. I mean, the team that we've got out, I mean, it's unusual, but certainly a lot of quality there. Aguero, Jesus, Torres, Bernardo Silva. I'd be expecting to create some opportunities to make something happen. Here's Cancelo.
Fulham have been playing quite alright recently.
They're very sound defensively.
Yeah, they've just not been getting the results, have they? But they have been playing alright.
They're not a bad team. They're not a bad team at all. They're a difficult team to break down. They're a difficult team to beat. I'm just amazed we've made 7 subs. I'm amazed. It looks like with the team selection, it's suggesting to me as though we're turning our focus towards Champions League on Tuesday night. But I still think we've got a job to do in the Premier League.
Need to wrap it up, don't they?
Get it wrapped up as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
if we progress in the Champions League, what you want to start doing is you want to start turning your attention towards that. We've already got a cup final. We've got the potential if we knock Everton out next weekend.
When's the League Cup final the week after?
We've got it on the 25th of April. We've got the FA Cup quarter-final match against Everton next weekend. That if we win that game, we want to get the Premier League sorted so you can start focusing on the Carabao Cup final, the FA Cup semi-final, the quarter-finals, the potential semi-finals of the Champions League.
Yeah, you want to start playing your lesser 11 in the Premier League.
Yeah.
It's already wrapped up. Forget about the goals and the point records and all the rest of it.
Get it done and rest them.
Champions League and FA Cup's more important than 100 points in the Premier League. So wrap that up, rest the players, go for the bigger ones.
Yeah. There's nothing to be achieved from this Premier League season. Our amazing winning streak has come to an end. Yeah, you want to be putting in good solid performances, but
they got goal records and point records. What do you need to beat them?
Just turn your attention towards winning trophies.
If you was out the Champions League, then fair enough. Let's go for it. But you're not.
Yeah.
It's.
Here's Fulham now. Inside the penalty area, cross comes in. It's dealt with by Ruben Dias at the back. Here's Harrison Reed now. Lookman, I think it is, putting a ball into the box. It's somehow found its way through to the back post, and Mendy does a good bit of defending, and the cameraman headers the ball back into play. And out for a corner here to Fulham. I think that was just more poor positioning from City more than anything that found the ball in.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus did realise the danger eventually, but it's a bit of poor control on his chest. Couldn't get control there. A good block from Mendy. They're putting in a new stand. I don't know when they're going to have hospitality in there. I don't know when it's going to be open. When it's open, I'd like to go and do Fulham away a game because it was just all flat when I went there. You know, there was just a building site.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see it complete, just like did Oldham away. Nice to go and do Oldham away again and see their completed stand inside the stadium. Aguero now, good work from City. So we're 3 minutes to go until half time. Still 0-0 here. Nothing much happening, if I'm honest. It's been a really flat game. That definitely needs the tempo up in the second half. But this is what I was speaking about in my preview. When you don't play Mahrez, when the informed play, when you don't play Phil Foden, it sucks the energy away from our team.
Yeah.
So it just looks so
lackluster,
slow and pedestrian-like.
Lethargic.
Yeah. I think that's where we look a bit vulnerable. Where we don't look as strong.
I think you would be looking at maybe round about 65 to start bringing in
these players on, yeah.
I would imagine so, because maybe looked at it a bit. Let's just go a bit weaker.
Yeah.
It won't. But Fulham, like you say, they've got a lot of good young players. Fulham.
City do well there to keep hold of the ball. Here's Laporte now. He's brought down. Referee says no free kick there. So Fulham win the ball back inside the City half. Yeah, Fulham have looked good. Kept hold of possession well. They've played some passes really well. They've got into a couple of good positions. Had a couple of corners.
At the bottom. They've put Sheffield United at the bottom.
They're 18th, level on points with Brighton.
Are they?
So at one point it was looking like their bottom three are just that bottom three that's going to go down. But Fulham have put themselves in a really good position. It'd be a big shame for them to get themselves in this position to end up not materialising into anything. Here is Cancelo now for City. On the right-hand side, plays a ball into Torres. Here's Aguero into the penalty area. Can he get a shot away? He can, and it's straight. Again, it's a bit tame. It's just straight at the keeper. It's low with no real conviction. Straight at the keeper. We're getting shots away. We're getting them on target. They're just not very good shots.
A bit of rustiness, is he?
Not really been involved that much in the game, but none of City's attackers have really looked involved. I think Fulham defensively look very comfortable, and I think it's going to take something really good to open them up. It's going to take a long range effort. It's going to take a well worked goal. It's going to, do you know what I mean? I don't think there's going to be a simple solution for City to find a goal. This first opening goal, anyway. But we've not really gathered out a second gear, and I think we're going to need to be getting into third or fourth gear to break down this stubborn Fulham side. As the 45 minutes are up here, we're into 1 minute of injury time. It's currently Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. Brilliant ball that from Jesus to Cancelo. Right hand side, cross comes in, it's deep, it's over everybody, and it's out for a goal kick, and that may well be that for the first half. Not a very good ball in. I'd probably say that's a pretty good summary of the first half there. A lively position, it's piquing your interest, and then it's no real end product, and it's out for a goal kick. Fulham just taking their time. I mean, a 0-0 is a point is really good for Fulham. It's a really good away point. A good home point for them. It's not such a good away point, I don't think, for City. Yeah, it's a point closer to the Premier League title, but I'm looking at getting to them 80 points, well, as quickly as possible. The fact is, our next game in the Premier League is an away match against Leicester. That's a really difficult game, and so this is a game where I'm thinking, pick up the 3 points here, move on. As the half-time whistle does go here now, at Craven Cottage, and it is Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. Yeah, like I said, it's been a game that's had some interest, some lively opportunities for City that's made me show some interest, and then it's got to the final ball and it's not really been there for City at the moment. So City certainly, in my opinion, going to have to step this up in the second half. Fulham, they're a good, well-drilled side, and how we're performing at the moment, I don't think is going to be good enough for us to break them down and win this game. And so we need to. I don't think we need to be making substitutions immediately for the start of the second half, but certainly I'd be looking towards our bench as the game goes on if we're not able to break them down. But we're needing to just get out of second gear and start pushing on. A bit more movement, a bit more belief. At the moment, City are a bit fearful of Fulham because they've looked pretty lively coming forward. Themselves, and they've pressed really well in the middle, and so it's stopping Manchester City from committing too many men forward, because there may come a point where Fulham look to try and take the game to City and put us on the back foot. The one thing I could say about the City formation and how we've played in that first half is it looks slightly negative. It looks not as much creativity or not as much bite or oomph in City's middle of the park or out wide even for City. Like I said, we have got into some good positions. The end product, though, simply hasn't been there for us as of yet, which is, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think that's slightly disappointing, but there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the statistics for this game so far, draw up some conclusions there. Then I'm going to go through all of the latest scores and full-time scores from today. Then we've got a bit of half-time entertainment, which is being brought to you by Mixed Sid. once more. Stats for this game: 44% possession for Fulham, 56% for Manchester City. City have won 70% of their duels nearly, compared with 31% for Fulham. Aerial duels, City completely dominating the aerial duels, winning a lot of stuff in the air, winning nearly 86% of our aerial duels. Fulham have won just 14%. Fulham, though, have had more corners, 2-1. City have had 3 offsides in that first half. The pitch looks very narrow. It looks like an Anfield pitch. I don't think Fulham's dimensions of their pitch are any different. Is it?
It's very narrow.
Is it a smaller pitch than a normal pitch in the Premier League, or is it a standard size?
Parameters, isn't there? So you can... I can't remember what the exact parameters are, but there's a good 10 yards of difference.
I was going to say, it looks like
small.
Pressing City and forcing City looks pretty...
I think because of how the stadium is, it's got the river and it's got houses. It was always a compact stadium, and the pitch has been as small as... I think it is probably one of the smallest Premier League pitches. Everton's very similar. Very small. So
being able to play your normal game, like a bigger pitch, would allow City to control the ball a little bit more, tire them legs out, whereas with the smaller pitches it allows for higher pressing, keeping hold of the ball, and ball retention becomes a bit more difficult, particularly when you've got players surrounding you. So I think City need to be a bit more... I think City need to be smarter. There you go. So Fulham's got the shortest and narrowest pitch in the Premier League. Yeah. So there we go. can tell. City just doesn't look as comfortable. I get an Anfield vibe off it, with a narrow pitch. Yeah. There we go. So it's shots for the game. 1 shot for Fulham, none on target. 4 shots for City, 3 on target. Then 3 efforts on goal have been pretty tame efforts. In my opinion, 3 shots in the box for City, 1 outside of the box, and I think that would be a good way to go. Get some good quality shots from outside the box, get into a bit of space. I know Stones has found a bit of space, I know Rodri's found a bit of space, Cancelo's even found a bit of space. Try something new, just have a shot from 30, 35 yards out, get it on target, test the keeper, see what he can do. At the moment he's just had shots straight at him. They've been pretty tame, comfortable saves for the keeper to make. In terms of passes, 268 passes for City, at a pass completion rate of 87.7%. Fulham at 205 passes, only 63 passes behind Manchester City, at a pass completion rate of 78.5%. City's passes normally at around 350 passes, so nearly 100 passes less, which I think City are feeling the impact of that tight pitch. Both teams have committed 6 fouls apiece, and there's been no yellow cards and no red cards, which doesn't surprise me from 2 teams that are pretty decent with their fair play and not committing fouls. So there we go, we're getting yellow cards. So, going through all of the games from today, from around the ground. Start with the Premier League, finished Leeds 0, Chelsea 0, Crystal Palace 1, West Brom 0, and Everton 1, Burnley 2. Half-time score, of course, it is Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. Into the Sky Bet Championship, it finished Luton Town 0, Swansea City 1, AFC Bournemouth 2, Barnsley 3, Wycombe 1, Preston 0, Derby 0, Millwall 1, QPR 0, Huddersfield 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Reading 1, Cardiff 1, Watford 2, Middlesbrough 3, Stoke 0, Rotherham Coventry has been postponed, and Birmingham 0, Bristol City 3. In the Sky Bet League 1, Swindon 1, Gillingham 3, Bristol Rovers 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Doncaster 0, Northampton 0, Charlton 1, Shrewsbury Town 1, Hull City 2, Oxford United 0, Lincoln 1, Rochdale 2, Blackpool 0, Fleetwood 0, Crewe 0, Burton 3, Ipswich 1, Plymouth 0, and Milton Keynes Dons 3, Accrington Stanley 2. Into Sky Bet League 2, Leyton Orient 1, Scunthorpe 1, Southend 0, Stevenage 0, Carlisle 3, Bradford City 1, Crawley Town 1, Mansfield 0, Port Vale 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, Forest Green Rovers 2, Harrogate Town 1, Morecambe 1, Newport 3, Exeter 0, Cheltenham 1, Oldham 2, Cambridge 4, and Grimsby Town 0, Colchester United 0. Into the They're not having any National League games today? It doesn't seem so. So we'll go into Scotland. In the Scottish Premiership, it's finished Livingston 2, Hamilton Academical 1, and Ross County 1, Hibernian 2. In the Scottish Championship, Queen of the South 2, Alloa Athletic 3, Dundee 2, Arbroath 0, Hearts of Midlothian 2, Ayr United 0, Dunfermline Athletic 1, Morton 0. Well, there has been games in the National League, just wasn't on here. There we go. In the National League then, it's finished Aldershot 2, Altrincham 1, Bromley 2, Barnet 2, Dover Wealdstone was postponed, Halifax 1, Solihull Moors 0, Hartlepool 0, Eastleigh 0, Kings Lynn 0, Sutton United 1, Maidenhead 2, Chesterfield 0, Stockport, Dagenham and Redbridge was postponed, Wealdstone 0, Notts County 1, Wrexham 2, Weymouth 0, Yeovil 2, Woking 1, and Borehamwood 0, Torquay 0. Cheers for that, Dale. All games in the Scottish League 1 and League 2 have been postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. In the Papa John's Trophy final from last season, which has been played today, and the other Papa John's Trophy final is being played tomorrow. It's finished Portsmouth 0, Salford City 0 after extra time. That went to penalties, and Salford City have beaten Portsmouth by 4 penalties to 2. So into Spain, in La Liga, it's finished Alaves 1, Cadiz 1, Real Madrid 2, Elche 1, and Osasuna 0, Real Valladolid 0. At half-time, it's currently Getafe 0, Atletico Madrid 0. In Bundesliga, it's finished Wolfsburg 5, Schalke 0. Werder Bremen 1, Bayern Munich 3, Union Berlin 2, Köln 1. Mainz 05 1, Freiburg 0, and Borussia Dortmund 2, Hertha Berlin 0. In Serie A, Sassuolo 3, Verona 2 is finished, and Benevento 1, Fiorentina 4 is also finished. Later score in the 50th minute, it's Genoa 1, Udinese 1. In Liga 1 in France, it's finished Angers 0, Saint Etienne 1, Marseille 3, Brest 1. In the Eredivisie in Holland, Willem 2, 3, Heerenveen 1, Den Haag 1, Heracles Almelo 2, AZ Alkmaar 4, FC Twente 1, Groningen 1, Emmen 1, all full-time scores, and it's half-time, Sparta Rotterdam 0, Volvjik, probably butchered their name, 0, oh yeah, there it is, there's the National League, I missed that. So all games in National League North and South have been cancelled. And lastly, we'll just do the Portuguese division. It's finished Farense 0, Belenenses 1, Benfica 2, Boa Vista 0, Santa Clara 2, Portimonense 0, and it's currently later score Tondela 0, Sporting Club de Portugal 0. So there we go. That's all the later scores from around the grounds. Lots of full-time scores there as well. Quite a couple of games going on, including this game, half-time here. Fulham 0, Manchester City 0. No real spark to the game. Hopefully we'll have a better second half. So, we've still got a few more minutes to go until half-time. We do have some half-time entertainment for everybody to sit back, kick back, relax, and enjoy. It's brought to you by my partner channel, Mixid. His channel link in the description below if you want to go and like and subscribe to his channel. That'd be much appreciated. He's currently aiming for 1,000 subscribers. He's, less than 300 subscribers now away from that goal. So do go and check him out. Go and like and subscribe over there. Today, Mixid is bringing you the homemade Copperberg slush, which I think was the strawberry and lime flavour for everybody to look forward to. So do enjoy the halftime entertainment, and thank you, Mixid, for providing that for me for this live watch-along.
What's up guys, Mixer here, hope you're having an awesome day, and to kick off the summer themed cocktails, number 2 in the series is a Copperberg Strawberry and Lime, which is a massive favourite in the UK, and I will be making a slushy of the Copperberg Strawberry and Lime. So let's get on with it. It's quite a simple drink to make. I'm sure you've got our blender, that's essential. And under the bar, just plenty of ice. Put a bit more ice in and hopefully we'll get the perfect ratio so it's nice and smooth. But if not, we'll just have more ice because it's not smooth enough for our liking. Blend in 3, 2, 1. Right guys, it's how you make a Kopparberg strawberry and lime slush. How does it taste? Oh, absolutely refreshing. Perfect summer drink, the Kopparberg strawberry and lime slush or slushy. If you enjoyed the video guys, as you can see it's enough for 2 that we made. And have an awesome day. And I will see you for the next summer drinks and cocktails video. To like and subscribe to Mixid, and you can check out my social media in the description below. Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and also my email mixid@gmail.com if you wish to hit me up. And that is all for now guys. I will see you in the next cocktail video. Have a nice day guys. Cheers.
I've been caught out there. So there we go. Sorry. Thank you very much to Mixid for providing the halftime entertainment for this game. It is much appreciated. Go and check out his channel. You can find his channel link in the description below if you want to go and like and subscribe. Looks very nice, and I'll be honest, I could do with one of them slushies right now. Looking forward to the warmer weather and having something like that return. That would be brilliant, and no problem there, Mixid. So yeah, we're literally just waiting for the second half to get underway for this Premier League clash between Fulham and Manchester City. Sounds quite crazy, but this is City's last Premier League match now until after the international break. We don't play again now until the weekend of April 3rd. And it's currently, what, March 13th, I think, today? So we're not playing for, wow, how many days is that? Like, 20, how many days is that?
So when they're playing again?
I think it's 20,
So
21, 22, yeah, so 21 days. Plenty to do when restrictions ease up. Definitely mixed Sid there. Definitely agree with that. But yeah, if we're not playing for another Premier League action, we're not playing for another 21 days. We've got Champions League match on Tuesday evening. We've got an FA Cup match, of course, on next Saturday evening against Everton, and then that's the end. It's the international break. We've got 2 weeks. I mean, there's a pandemic going on. We've got an international break.
This should be ridiculous.
The South American ones have been cancelled, so the good news is we won't be without our South American stars. But Portugal is still on that list. There's African countries still on that list.
There's some Scandinavian countries still.
Yeah, so it's going to be really difficult.
Eastern European countries.
These players come back. They're going to have to quarantine. They're going to have to quarantine in a hotel.
Oh yeah, because
it's not even keeping up the fitness schedule.
City are right. They've got their own hotel. They'll just say, well,
yeah, we'll put them in there.
They've got one at the training ground, haven't they? So it doesn't matter. But
surely if they're players like Ederson, Bernardo, Cancelo, surely we're saying to them,
irrelevant where they quarantine. The fact is, when they get back, it's another 2 weeks before they can play again.
For the match sharpness. Yeah. Surely they get called up, we're saying no.
Without training as well, don't forget then, so they've probably got another few days after that. So you're saying it's 21 days before they play again,
yeah.
But it could be actually nearly 40 days before some of these players get on the pitch again. During a season is ridiculous.
These players can't, unless these countries are going to play them at another venue in another country, but I'm not sure.
Where though? Where are you going to go?
I don't know.
You're going to play everything at the
away from
Hungary Arena. There's been like 40 games in a day.
They must be thriving in Budapest. They must be. The Puskas Arena's never felt so popular.
The restaurants will be fuming because they've got all these teams playing there and no one's allowed to be.
We've had Liverpool and Man City playing there twice. We've had Mönchengladbach and Leipzig. Yeah. Football's massive in England and Germany. It's been a big market that's been missed out on there. I tell you what, they give us like 20 or 30,000 tickets. I'm sure loads of City fans would have congregated to Budapest for it as well.
Shadow of a doubt.
Including me, I'd have been part of that as well. Right, we're ready for the second half here. It's Fulham that's going to get us underway, attacking from right to left, and City attacking from left to right. As we do have kick-off here for this half. City are going to be attacking the Putney. I've forgotten what the stand's called. Putney.
Bridge.
Is it Putney Bridge stand or something? Let me check that. Fulham stand Putney. The Putney end, it's called. So City attacking the Putney end. I've been in the put the
That used
end.
to be the mixed fans ended. It used to be a family stand, wasn't it?
It's mixed in still with neutrals. To get through to the away section, you go in the same turnstile as the neutrals. It's now home supporters, I think, as well. And you just walk past them.
Though, won't it?
I had no idea.
Yeah, I think the new stand they've be 2 different entrances and exits to keep them. So that will then now become the away stand.
I'd have thought they'd have fenced it and congregated to that area, but it's all mixed and shared. It's strange. It is an experience, Fulham away. We did the boat there, but it's just I wish we didn't. Anyway, set piece City comes in. Goal! Goal, John Stones! It's in! It's Manchester City that lead! 1 minute into the second half. It's a brilliant ball in from the set piece, and it's John Stones that finds the back of the net for Manchester City. What a start to the second half by Manchester City. It's really poor defending from Fulham. They're going to be really disappointed for how strong they have been. Everything looks onside. It's really bad defending. The goalkeeper's committed as well. Fulham are going to be really disappointed by the hard work of their first half has just been completely undone. And it's John Stones that finds the back of the net. I'm not too sure who's put the ball into the box for City to get the assist. Whomever it was, a brilliant ball in. And it's John Stones back on the score sheet. That's a bit too simple, that.
Very simple.
Yeah, and the goal is given, and it is 1-0 to Manchester City.
Not even a review, it was that simple. It was
brilliant. Good start here. Good start to the second half. Just what the doctor ordered. And so a bit of defending here for Fulham to do now. As that should open up the space for City, because Fulham now need to find a goal. It's the first goal. Found by Manchester City, and Ederson is well alert there just to intercept the ball there from Fulham. Stones and Dias, they need to be up top more. They're finding the goals. Who needs clean sheets when you can be up there and try and win other awards like top goal scorer? Them two finding the goals and finding the goals well for City. Thank you very much there, Aaron. Assisted, I'm not sure. If I'm honest, I got distracted. Not too sure who put the ball in. I'm sure someone in the chat will let me know. Here's Jesus. To Bernardo in the centre for City. Here we go now, Dad. That's what I like to see.
That's a great ball.
It's a great pass. Torres, he's not sure he's kept it in, and Adarabioyo can clear for Fulham. Cancelo, though, wins the ball back for City and gets a pass out to Dias at the back. Yeah, I'm not sure who assisted. I'm sure someone will let us know. It's always the aim there, Paul. Win every competition that you're in. Dragon says assisted by Cancelo. So Cancelo with a good ball into the box. Sleepy from Fulham's defenders.
Terrible.
Bit of a dangerous free kick to give away in that area so early in the second half. If you're not switched on, you run the risk of conceding a cheap goal, and that's exactly what has happened in this first half. And so it's City that find the first goal. And what I'd do now is I'd have 10 minutes at Fulham, try and get that second goal, get that killer second goal, and make the subs. Then start thinking about Mönchengladbach on Tuesday evening. The players that will be starting
Where's the FA Cup game?
Everton away. But it'll be all changed for City again for Mönchengladbach. But the team that we've got out here would, in my opinion, would be capable of getting a job done at Goodison Park. We've got a full squad to choose from. It's 2-0. So I'd just be thinking about getting a goal and killing that off as well.
Yeah, it's the same arena, isn't it? So
yeah. I wasn't that impressed with Mönchengladbach, if I'm honest.
No, they looked a bit flat, didn't they?
They looked a bit out of form like they was. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I'm surprised Fulham have made changes. I'd have thought they'd gone with the same team that beat Liverpool at Anfield. Why would you change it? Dixon, you're going to have to do better than that if you're wanting me to say stuff that you'd say on the stream. And Paul, good luck for the match tomorrow then for Sunderland. Who's Sunderland got tomorrow, Dale? Tranmere at Wembley. No fans there. It's taking. Do you know what I mean? It's robbed fans of a glorious moment there. Salford City and Portsmouth have been robbed of a golden opportunity there at Wembley, and Sunderland and Tranmere have been robbed of it.
Wembley last year in the playoff.
Not sure.
League 2 playoff final.
Not sure. Fulham play a ball into the box from their set piece. It's intercepted. Fulham keep hold of the ball. No way through. And they get a corner from that, Fulham do. Crazy. Also, we was mentioning that before. Salford hold the trophy for a day. It must be a record.
Yeah.
Holders of a trophy for a day. For handing it over tomorrow. Corner from Fulham comes in. Ederson came out early. He wanted that ball and claimed the ball as well. Good goalkeeping that from Ederson. He just rolls the ball out to Laporte. Here's Mendy now. Laporte for Manchester City. Again, Dixon, you're going to have to do better than that. Laporte bringing the ball forward for City into the Fulham half. It's not a good pass to Aguero and it's intercepted. Bernardo Silva makes a great interception and City keep hold of the ball really well. Here's Laporte now, springing a counter for City. Bernardo Silva, right hand side. It's got Harrison Reed. Oh, Bernardo Silva does so well into the penalty area. Squares it across. Rodri! Oh, straight at the keeper.
He didn't have to make a save there, did he?
Oh, it's a brilliant opportunity for City to double their lead. Great skills from Bernardo Silva. Selling two Fulham defenders. Gets the ball to the edge of the penalty area and Rodri's in space. He gets a really clean connection on that. It is on target, but it's straight at the keeper. Yeah. It's a bit disappointing. Oh, Dixon. I like that one, but yes, I'm not going to be reading it out. City do need to keep this intensity up. Like I said, do it for 10 minutes. I'm confident we can get that second goal. Get that second goal, opens up Fulham. And the subs can be made. Yeah, it's an on-target effort. It's a bit of a poor attempt because the space that he had, someone of the quality and the good season that Rodri is having, I think he'd be disappointed not to find the back of the net, and I'm disappointed as well. He's got a really good shot on him, Rodri. The Stones is put under a lot of pressure, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Manchester City. I think a free kick might have been given, actually. Here's Stones now, intercepting well for City. Cancelo's dispossessed though. Fulham win the ball high up inside the City half. A good bit of defending and backtracking there from Bernardo Silva. Gets possession back for Manchester City. Here is Stones, Cancelo, Bernardo. Just clear your lines. There we go. Bernardo does get it clear. Cannot find a City man. But Fulham are forced all the way back to their goalkeeper. So you see what I mean? Now you can push the players forward. That's a poor kick out from Areola, and here is Bernardo Silva now for City, under absolutely no pressure. Now we're on the edge of the Fulham penalty area. It's not a good pass that from Rodri. Fulham though just forced to put the ball out for a throw-in. When's the stand complete at Craven Cottage?
I think it's over next season, isn't it?
Is it?
A lot of people though, isn't there?
Quite a few coaches and media staff and that, yeah. Here's Dias for City then.
Yeah, I think
through 55 minutes.
Well, looking at it, it looks miles away, doesn't it?
It just looks like it's got scaffolding and a bit of concrete put in at the moment. Yeah. Doesn't look like it's made much progress. From honest, since I last saw it, just put some scaffolding up, got the frames in it, put some concrete on it. Oof. Oh, it's given away. Chance here, Jesus. One on one. Finish it, Jesus. Yes! 2-0 Manchester City. It's Gabriel Jesus. Just what I said before. Just what I said. Double that lead. The subs are getting ready. Start thinking about that match against Borussia Mönchengladbach. They kill a second goal. The 2-goal cushion comes in. It's Gabriel Jesus. It's Fulham's poor defending again. The good defending from the first half's gone out of the window, and it's all come about from that sloppy bit of defending for the first goal. They're put under pressure, and the chances come City's way. Oh, he makes the clearance, and it's just not a very good clearance. Jesus rounds the keeper, decisive, puts the ball in the back of the net, and makes it Manchester City, or should I say Fulham 0, Manchester City 2, and City on course now for 3 more points as that grip on the Premier League trophy gets stronger. At this moment in time, if things stay the same and City pick up the 3 points, it's 17 points clear. Yes, Leicester and Manchester United have 2 games in hand on us. It's better to have them points than games in hand. Psychologically, it's 17 points and it's difficult. It's a good finish that from Jesus. It was decisive and he finds the back of the net. So well done there to Gabriel Jesus. It was Anderson that made the clearance for Fulham, coming off one of the Fulham players and rebounding out to Jesus to put him one-on-one with the keeper. The keeper's rounded and Jesus pokes the ball home to make it Fulham 0, Manchester City 2. Get in.
It's an impressive stand.
It's towering above the rest of the stadium.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like?
That's from the
Have a look. Oh, I get a bit.
It should be complete for beginning of next season.
I'm getting
They have all bars or something underneath there along the river.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, and it's got a dedicated away fan section as well.
Are the away fans going in there then, or is it just a section
No,
for like where the fans?
I presume it's probably going to be the corner.
Yeah, because you can access there in the corner. Yeah. Decent.
And if you look at it from the inside,
I'm getting Stamford Bridge vibes off it.
Yeah.
Decent stand that. Looks like a
good
good away day, Fulham.
From the inside.
Oh yeah, 2-tiered. Corner comes in from City. Fulham defend it though. Yeah, it's a very grand stand looking over the stadium. It does look a lot bigger than the others.
Touchline stand at Wolves or something. Maybe
yeah.
That size.
Looks good. It's a good away day, Fulham. If done right. We just didn't do it right when we went, so we didn't enjoy it as much as the other London away days.
Like a nice stadium. Actually.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Adam. Do appreciate your nice comments there. Here is Cancelo, and the ball ricochets off Loftus-Cheek and out for a throw into City. That's interesting. I didn't know that, Seamus. So Leicester and Man United have got to play each other, so points are going to be dropped from either side there.
Yeah.
City have still got to play Leicester away from home. That's not going to be an easy game at all. Adarabioyo, though, he's put under pressure. Ferran Torres goes down.
Yeah, give it. Is it?
I think a penalty's being given to Manchester City. Yeah, penalty City. Ferran Torres goes down under the challenge of Tosin Adarabioyo, former Man City man, and there's a chance here from the penalty spot for Manchester City to make it 3-0, and this will kill the game off. Did he get the ball?
Actually, now you look at it from that angle.
No, penalty City that.
It, yeah.
That angle, it looked like he got the ball, didn't it? But no, penalty City that. Not a lot of contact, but it's one of them again. Doesn't get the ball, takes the man, goes down, penalty given. Aguero, here we go then. Can he get a goal for City at last? Up against Areola from the penalty spot. Come on, Aguero. Penalty. In the back of the net. Sergio Aguero's back on the score sheet. Back in the goal for Manchester City. And it's Fulham 0, Manchester City 3. It is 3 goals. It's only taken, 14 minutes. 14 minutes for City to find their 3 goals. Kill the game. 3-0. 3 points. Start thinking about Tuesday evening. We've got a Champions League quarter-final to be thinking about. If I'm honest, I'd be leaving Aguero on on the pitch, try and get himself a couple of goals. Get that confidence up.
Yeah.
Get that match sharpness in there. It's not the most amazing of penalties, but it's one of them.
Pitch isn't great again.
It's one of them. Just hit it low, hit it hard. Keeper goes the right way, but because it's low and it's hard, you know what I mean? It's difficult to save. And that will be that. Okay. You would think. Pitches, yeah.
Very similar to City's pitch.
And we're getting a new pitch. City are laying down a new pitch in the summer. It's been announced. City aren't happy with their pitch. We were speaking about that the other day. Here's Loftus-Cheek then. Cross comes in, leave that to go out of play and out for a goal kick there to Manchester City. Dragon, you have a question? Go, throw it at me. I'm happy that Aguero's back in and amongst the goals as well. Exactly what we're looking for. Great result this one. It's not an easy place to come to and score 3 goals in 14 minutes. It's difficult to do. They've shot themselves in the foot though. This has all come about from that really poor bit of defending. Yeah. Switch off for one moment, punished. Yeah. And because of it then, your game plan's just undone.
Yeah, they can't get hold of the game.
It's a bit late for Mitrovic to be coming on, but there we go. Here's Rodrigo for City. Mendy to Laporte. Can Fulham get a goal and get back into the game? When fans are allowed back, will you be doing match day vlogs? I can confirm that when fans are allowed back in and I'm in stadiums, when I'm in stadiums, the vlogs will be back, of course. Some of my favourite videos, my best ever videos that I produced have been match day vlogs, so of course they'll be returning when we're allowed back in.
Hopefully Dortmund will be one of them.
Dortmund would be nice. I've said for my 10,000 subscriber special, that's how much my channel's grown over the last year or so, that for my 10,000 subscriber special I'd be doing the hospitality. I've got that to do.
Oh, right, yeah.
Probably that for a cup game because it's a bit cheaper. Rather than paying full whack. I'll have to see what hospitality they've got. It'd be nice to have a box, but I think it'd be a bit steep. If I'm honest. I'd quite like to go and do
pre-season friendly.
To be honest, yeah. I'd just to go and experience it for a pre-season friendly. We just don't have that many friendlies at the Etihad Stadium, though. No, like a testimonial or something, then maybe, yeah. Because we're going to be having a testimonial for David Silva.
All right.
So that might be something actually to.
Aguero won't be far off, will he?
If Aguero leaves, I imagine I can see City.
I
can see City mixing it all into one, if I'm honest, and having a big testimonial for everyone.
Vincent Kompany had one. You would imagine, though,
if he hasn't, then that's.
If they brought it all in together, then
that's not good, is it?
It'd be expensive, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Anyway. Whoa,
that's terrible.
Might be the worst free kick I've ever seen from Fulham there. Really good area for a free kick to come in. It's Cavallero taking it and he's just drifted right out for a goal kick. Too deep for anyone. Yeah, that remains 3 goals to nil. I'd have thought Kompany would have had a testimonial, if I'm honest. I've never been one for going to friendlies.
He did it, of course he has.
Oh,
he did the homeless charity,
of course it was, with Andy Burnham. Yeah, he has had one. Yeah, so it'll be David Silva's turn, and if Fernandinho leaves, which I'm expecting him to, and Aguero leaves, I imagine they'll mix it all into one, because there's 3 exceptional players for City.
They'll be upset they've got to share the proceeds. They'll just give it to charity. Give it to City Foundation, won't they?
Yeah.
Aguero, he'll be back anyway, won't he?
I mean, he might be given new contracts, yeah. I mean, if Aguero starts firing in the goals from now to the end of the season.
He's worth for 12 months, isn't he?
If he shows his. You know, I mean, he's got over his injuries and stuff. I had to give him at least another 12 months. He's got interest from Barcelona, though. They're showing a lot of interest in him.
Are they?
They've got their eyes on him and Memphis Depay because of 3 contracts. The fans are wanting them to go after Erling Haaland. I
saw a list the other day. Did I not send you the list?
So City are making their first sub, and it is going to be that man that we just mentioned, Fernandinho.
Did I not send you that list?
Sorry, Dragon. So if a player gets a penalty but another player scores it, does he get the assist? I don't think so. No, I don't think you get an assist for being brought down. I don't think. Don't quote me on that. I'm about 80% sure that you don't get the assist.
Fulham are all over the place.
Fulham are, yeah.
A great tackle.
I mean, if City wanted to, this could get embarrassing. Jayzinho. So goals today have come for Manchester City from John Stones, finding the first goal for City. The second goal was Gabriel Jesus rounding the goalkeeper. And the third goal came from the penalty spot. Back in and amongst the goals is Sergio Aguero. Stones now plays a pass back to Ederson. Ederson goes long for City and out of play for a throw-in to Fulham. As we're now up to 130 likes. We're only 20 likes now away from our target of 150 likes. So any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated. As Bernardo Silva is the man to come off and Fernandinho is the man to come on. Oh yeah. To be honest, I could see Erling Haaland being sold quite early in the summer. Who's going to sign him?
Braithwaite's on that list. Why would you get rid of him? Why would you get rid of him?
That's brilliant. Martin Braithwaite. What a player. I want him at City. Aguero replacement. Swap him.
Him and his... I don't know what he owns.
Don't
his family.
I wonder what Messi must be like. Martin Braithwaite must be delighted that he gets to share the pitch with Lionel Messi, and Lionel Messi must hate life that he has to share the pitch with Martin Braithwaite.
I bet they don't share changing rooms. I bet Messi has his own changing room to be feeding.
Messi's got his own changing room.
He's not getting changed with him. Forget that.
We was just having a conversation, me and Dale, the other day, for people that aren't getting this, about Barcelona. Was watching them against Paris Saint-Germain. And was going on about Lionel Messi and how he's just levels above everybody else that Barcelona have got. Their squad looks really depleted and it's really poor. That poor that they've brought in players like Martin Braithwaite, who's just not a very good football player. His scoring statistics isn't very good. I mean, he played for Middlesbrough, didn't he? And was having a good laugh about how on earth Messi's still at Barcelona and what Barcelona would have to give Lionel Messi to keep him to stay there. So we said the big cathedral in Barcelona is going to have to be named after Lionel Messi. He's going to have a beach named after him. He's going to need his own changing room because he doesn't want to share it with Martin Braithwaite. They have to give him everything, aren't they?
You can't see it. You know what? I can see him going to PSG for a season.
You might be right.
I just see it. I just think because they just, I don't know. It's just something PSG would do.
It's a great shirt sale signing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'd like to see him at Madrid for a season.
That'd be look like a cat amongst a pigeon. Messi signs for Madrid.
And then Ronaldo leaves Juve for Barca.
La Liga must be absolutely. Gonna keep hold of the ball. I think. La Liga must be furious. Lose Ronaldo and Messi, and the fact that the next upcoming players, Haaland, the Mbappes, the Neymars, they're not playing in La Liga. But why would you? It's declining for me.
Class players are in La Liga. Suarez is probably one of them.
And he's past his sell-by date now.
He's past it. That's why he's
Fulham into the penalty area. City seem to be working hard there to keep a clean sheet. That's what you've got to do is concede right now for us. You've got to do us a world of good. What a ball from Rodri out to Torres. Nice, Jayzinho. Look forward to the content that you produce there. Best of luck with the channel as well. Here is Fernandinho. Rodri now. Here is Ruben Dias for City. Aymeric Laporte. City coasting. This is City coasting. Who did Fernandinho come on for? Was it Bernardo? Bernardo, wasn't it? So that's Bernardo with fully in mind to be starting against.
I think Aguero will go off. Come along, John Stones, isn't he? It's weird, isn't it, how he come in and he was the next big thing, and then he just went silent, and then all of a sudden this season he's like, is that just a couple of years at City and getting out what they're about and how they play football, and just making him a better footballer all around?
I think he's just been looking for the right partner, and I think he's found the right partner in Diaz, and I think they just, both of them thrive off each other.
Yeah.
I think they both just really enjoy playing alongside each other. You watch them score goals, watch them defending, watch how they congratulate each other. Like, you can tell there's a bit of a...
They're mates, aren't they?
Yeah, you can tell there's a thing there.
They're not just employees or team. They're friends. Like, you know, there's a difference in being a teammate and a friend.
Yeah, it's not just you know, good performance, pat on the back, that's it, move on to the next one. It's not robotic. There's passion there between them.
But then you go back. I don't know if you go back years ago, like to United, and there was like Cole and Sheringham never spoke to each other. They hated each other.
That's weird.
But on the pitch, they were outstanding together.
That's
absolutely
weird.
Brilliant.
That.
Yeah, they never got on at all. Never ever didn't speak to each other.
Why?
Just never got on.
Didn't like each other.
Just didn't
That's
like
odd.
it. Yeah.
Like Lamina's coming off and Onomari's coming on. I didn't know that. That's strange.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to tell me that Ferdinand and who was the centre back for United and Vidic were best pals or something.
No.
So well.
Cole and Sheringham never got on. Never spoke. Outside of the 90-minute game, they never spoke.
Yeah. My favourite Rio Ferdinand moment was when he grabbed Balotelli in the semi-final of the FA Cup after the game. And he just pulls his shirt and he grabs him like that. Balotelli's just there like...
Balotelli was brilliant.
Balotelli peaked at City. He peaked.
You know, and football-wise, he's gifted. He was a great footballer, Balotelli. He just attitude overshadowed everything.
Attitude stunk.
Yeah. But he didn't care.
No.
He just not bothered.
But there was certain things that just, at the time, just really suited. Like City were under so much pressure to deliver for the first time ever when they spent so much money. And so, you needed someone with that arrogance, the person that has... It's like there's so many important penalties that he just tucked away with absolute ease.
Yeah, he could have run backwards towards them and still...
Gets his only assist in the 11-12 season. Just happens to be that Aguero one. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit... It's a bit odd. Right, so it's Aymeric Garcia, the man that won't be at City next season, that's going to be coming on. See, this is where I agree with Aymeric Garcia coming on for City. Oh, it's the only time he should ever be playing for City and getting minutes, considering he's already confirmed he doesn't want to be here, is when we think that we need a rest. Barcelona want him.
Oh, yeah.
Free contract. But he's from their academy and City brought him in, and then it's... I don't really get Aymeric Garcia, because to go to Barcelona, a declining club, like... I don't really get it. Like, being at City under Pep, and last season, just think back to Aymeric Garcia. He was getting minutes, and I feel like he was flourishing under Pep. And then all of a sudden he decided he wanted to go to Barcelona instead. I just didn't understand it.
Like, maybe last year, you know, we said it quite a few times, where Pep last year at City got found out a little bit. That's why Liverpool run away with it so much in the end. So this year he's changed things a bit, and Garcia's just not part of that. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, and look what's happened. You know, they're running away with it again. They had a bit of a slow start, but he's moved it around and found what he wants, and Garcia's just not part of that. He clearly knew him from Barcelona, from the youth system.
Yeah.
Think he'd work. It's not worked, has it? You know. And the good thing about someone like Pep is, if it don't work, he goes.
He's pretty ruthless about it.
You've got to be.
Yeah.
You've got to be.
So it's Ruben Dias that comes off for Aymeric Garcia, so I presume that's Ruben Dias that's going to be starting against Mönchengladbach as well. He does 75 minutes of good, strong shift there. He's ruthless against it. If he doesn't think Aguero's up to it, Aguero will go as well.
You're chasing 4 trophies. You've got to be ruthless. You can't have mates. As a manager, you can't have...
No.
You know... You just can't do it. You've just got to do what you think's right. Fernandinho's been a massive loss, hasn't he? You never expect the. You know, he's a good player, isn't he? He's a great player.
It's just age starting to catch up with him, unfortunately. But I still think, in terms of options, I don't think there's much better out there.
No, and the problem with the Premier League's so quick and so fast. You know, you might think like a player like now he's aging and he's going to struggle. Send him to Italy and he'd be great again. He's got a couple of seasons in him. Because the game's a lot slower, it'd suit him, wouldn't it?
Here's Aguero, keep us off his lines. A good bit of recovery work that from. I'm not sure who the right back is for Fulham. I don't think he's had too bad of a game. No. Tete it is. I think he's had a good game.
Did Sessegnon end up being a winger? He was a right. He was a
right back. Did he go to Tottenham?
He did, didn't he?
I think he went to Tottenham.
Did he not come back?
I'm not sure. Let's look. Ryan Sessegnon.
He did go. You're right, because he's in that all or nothing, isn't he? But did he not come back?
Currently plays for Hoffenheim.
Does he really?
There we go.
We're miles away.
We're miles
We're about
away.
1,000 miles out.
Right, he did go to Tottenham. Yeah, he's currently on loan at Hoffenheim. There you go.
I thought he'd come back.
So on the 5th of October 2020, he signed for Hoffenheim. So how's he doing at Hoffenheim? Is he playing regularly, or it's a really good division to send players to?
It is, yeah.
Really good division.
It is.
So he makes 43% of the starting 11, made 14 appearances, grabbing 2 goals and 2 assists. Playing as a left back or a left wing back, and play as a left winger as well. Doesn't seem to be doing too bad. So we'll go. Yeah, Aguero's a strange one. I just feel like Pep's going to be ruthless, and unless Aguero bangs in the goals between now and the end of the season, I can see Pep saying, "You're no longer what we're looking for. Go."
Yeah.
I can see him doing the same with Fernandinho. I just feel like 12-month contract for Fernandinho would be good. Because I feel like we're wasting for £40-50 million to sign a player in to settle him in, when Fernandinho, at least for another 12 months, could do a job. I mean, it's quite clear.
If I was Pep, I'd be. Aguero would be on another 1-year deal for me, just because he's Sergio Aguero, and not only that, he doesn't need to. He's not bothered about playing every week.
No,
and because he knows he can't play every week at this pace. But just to have him in the squad,
yeah,
it's got to do all the other players. You know, he's City through and through, isn't he? Yeah, that's why I like company.
Yeah, you can't buy.
No, you can't. You can't.
The experience and what it means.
It's the mental. It's like a Roy Keane at United. You know,
yeah.
It's there. A Gary Neville at Man United. It's
in your head.
It's in them, yeah, and
as Cavaleiro comes off and Antonee Robinson comes on.
Vincent Kompany was the same. You know, he was City, and Aguero's the same as well.
Aguero knows what it means, yeah. It's worth its weight in gold.
Of course, just to have him around the changing room, it means something. A 1-year deal.
Yeah.
If you get 10 goals out of him and he plays 20 games, it's worth the 1-year deal, isn't it? He'd take a pay cut to be at City.
The problem we've had with this situation now is he'll have contract offers there. He'll have people speaking with his agents, and if someone says to Aguero and his agent, "I'm willing to pay you," I don't know, I think he's on like 300 grand a week at City. If someone comes along and says, "We'll pay you 350 or 400 grand a week," it might tempt him. You know, City say we'll give you 250, because I think that's what City want to do. I think City, they're happy to keep Aguero here, but they want him on like a 12-month rolling contract, and they want it.
Which is fair enough.
And they want the price to be coming down. They're happy to keep Aguero here if Aguero is taking a pay cut and his contract. Do you know what I mean? It comes to a point where City just say it's time for you to leave.
Yeah.
I don't think Aguero's quite ready to do that yet. I think Fernandinho is.
Do Aguero's family live in Argentina? You're missing kids live in Argentina.
If his family and everything all live in, I'm not sure if it's Spain or Argentina. None of them. He's currently just lives with his girlfriend. Fairly sure he's got an English girlfriend that lives with him.
Got kids,
he has got kids with previous relationships. I think they live in Argentina. I think they live in Argentina. Yeah, it's Diego Maradona's daughter.
Oh, is that who it is? Who's got kids with?
Yeah.
Right.
High potential for his young lad. He's called Benjamin. He's got Maradona. That was his granddad, and he's got Aguero as his dad. Great genes to have. I'd be having him in the academy.
Yeah, he'd be signed up.
I would have him in straight away, wouldn't you? They'd be right in there.
Oh, I didn't know he was.
Definitely what we'd be looking for. Oh, Cos, how can you get my merch? It should just be right below the live stream. That's where you'll find it. There's a link there. You'll be able to view and see what's on there. Here's Aguero now into the penalty area. I'll have a good review of my merchandise because I think there's a bit of stuff that I can tinker around with it. I just don't have time. Time's the biggest thing. There's lots of stuff I'd like to do. Just don't have the time. I've been recently thinking about my new house. What's my background going to be look like? I've been having a look at some ideas. I really like one that I found of famous, like having a shelf or something in the background with footballs on. So people have had the Euro 2004 football that I liked.
Yeah,
the 2002.
Yeah. Set it up. Yeah, it's a good idea actually. So what you were
famous
before, with the windows there, you could have desks there, and then the wall, because it's a bit hard in here because it's airbags.
Yeah, because it's
But if you've got a flat wall, you could have you could get the little cones they use in training.
Yeah.
And sit the balls like ever up in like either World Cup ball, something like that.
Yeah, that's what the famous balls and stuff like that, like
yeah.
the World Cups and stuff. I'll show you some of the ones I'm on about. One of my favourites, the 2002 World Cup ball. I don't know where I'd get hold of it. Like I had one. You could get hold of it.
Buy one. Are they Adidas?
That was nearly a goal. Do you remember that one? One of my favourite balls.
Yeah.
One of my favourite balls.
You better buy one now.
I think you can buy them. I think they're worth quite a bit of money now. Yeah, it's more of a collector's item, isn't it?
eBay's your place
more than anything.
More collectibles.
Yeah. I'd have to have a look around.
What's that? The 2002.
2002 World Cup ball. I just think about backdrops and stuff like that. Just like make it nice football based.
You've got a football room, don't you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Right, corner for Fulham comes in. People keep saying want a clean sheet for City. It'd be good as City nearly conceded there. Headed backwards and Ederson does pick up the ball. It says there's a problem. I don't know. Is it £60 for a ball I could pick up for a tenner? Ugh. There we go.
Japan for 80 quid.
See what I mean? For a ball. How much is the 2004 European Championship ball? I like that one as well.
The
2004 one, yeah. It's like a grey one with a blue...
Euro Championship, you said?
Yeah, the European Championships. It's got, I think was it black or blue stripes around it and the grey ball. Again, I like that ball. That's the one.
60 quid again.
60 quid again.
That one at the top.
Yeah, why haven't I bought these balls. I should have. Why did I keep them in pristine condition?
Volleyed them away down road. Just left it in a bus because you couldn't be bothered going and getting it. 2004 is 30 quid.
Oh.
Like 2004, 100 quid there.
Oh wow. I need to get in there. I need to get in there. I need a. Do you know what? I'll do it after the game. Look at that.
What? $950
Is it an official?
It's
Must be an official ball. I need to get in contact with like a sponsor. There'll be a sponsor out there that'll do balls and stuff. One football. Can you send one football? If you're watching this, send me the ball. I want the ball. Oh. To be honest, I get paid by them. I mean, I can go and buy the balls. It's just principle. I don't want to spend 60 quid on the ball.
No.
Wait, I'm not even bothered if it's flat. I'll pump it up.
Yeah, you can come flat packed.
I'll pump it up.
Pump it up.
An IKEA football. That's amazing. Oh, that is amazing. That is really funny. Right, chance here for Fulham. It's blocked. Mitrovic got a shot away. Game's gone a bit flat.
Lazy.
Yeah, he doesn't run that much, does he?
No.
There we go. Cos, if you're wanting the merchandise, just click on the links and it'll take you forward to it. I'll paste the link over to you in case it's not working. And you can have access to it. If you just give me a sec, you can have a direct link.
That's lazy. Jesus is my captain again tonight.
Jesus is captain. He's got a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, is it?
No. I had John Stones as well. Yeah. Got De Bruyne in your team. He's not played tonight. That's what it is. 4 players playing tomorrow.
It's decent. It's decent.
24 points off this game alone, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah. Did it finish that?
No, it's 86.
Well, we've got a bet or something.
Yeah. Got it as a draw, but it's a score draw.
Paul Heckingbottom is the new interim manager at Sheffield United.
Alan Neil stays as his assistant.
Which is surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, because why don't go to Celtic now?
Reckon?
Well,
they were talking about
so.
Eddie Howe, wasn't they?
I think so, but I think Chris Wilder would be good at Derby.
Reckon?
Or Forest.
They've just
not got.
They put a lot of money into Wayne Rooney, though, haven't they, at Derby? So.
But he's not getting anything out of it. He's not achieving anything.
No.
He's only being paid the same wage as what he was as a player, though, isn't he?
Hmm. Here's Rodri, Fernandinho, exchanging a couple of passes. Here's Aymeric Laporte now.
I think he will end up at one of them yo-yo teams.
Yeah. Ferran Torres into the penalty area. Goes down this time. It's a bit weak, and so it's out for a goal kick as we're into the 90th minute here. It looks like City are going to be a comfortable 3 points for us and a comfortable evening all round. And a clean sheet potentially too, which is always good.
Wouldn't you imagine Celtic could do Eddie Howe any good, would you?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Wouldn't have thought so.
But then again, there's no jobs coming available,
No.
so you've got to, unless he goes to Sheffield United.
So we're into 2 minutes added on here. We've got another minute to go. It's been a very comfortable game for City. It's been a brilliant second half. Very flat first half, a brilliant second half. Really good bit of input there from Adam about who's going to be my man of the match. Because it's difficult. Like you said, John Stones has been brilliant for City throughout this whole game. Cancelo's got that assist to help break down Fulham. Stones has got the goal for City to break down Fulham for that first goal. It's so important. I'm happy for Jesus. I'm happy for Aguero to get the goals. Torres as well got the penalty, so I'm sure that'll make him feel good as well. I'll probably go for John Stones for my man of the match as well. So I'll match you there, Adam, and I'll say he's my man of the match for this game. I don't think this has been the most fluent performance from City. It's just what we've done has been enough. As the full-time whistle does go here at Craven Cottage, Pep Guardiola and Scott Parker exchange a couple of very kind words at the end there, so I'm sure Pep's giving him a little lesson in coaching, as Scott Parker is relatively new to coaching, but he's done a good job at Fulham since taking over. Let's give credit where credit is due there. But it is 3 points for Manchester City. It's a comfortable 3-0 away victory. It does mean that Manchester City move 17 points clear at the top of the Premier League, having played 2 games more than both Manchester United and Leicester City. Always better to have the points than having the games to play. What it means for Manchester City, we don't play Premier League football for another 3 weeks now, 21 days or so. If that Leicester game gets moved, of course, for TV or not remains to be seen. It could be if it gets moved to Sunday or Monday, 22 or 23 days to go. But still, it's going to be difficult. Dad's saying 2 wins for City to win the Premier League. I think 3. I think 80 points will be enough. I think 80 points, and that's enough for City to win the Premier League, is what I reckon.
Think so. I'd agree with you, Dad. I think 2.
So Dale reckons 2, I reckon 3. Yeah, you can see them dropping. That stands really steep, isn't it? I can see more points being dropped. I think 3 does the job. I think if we win our next 3 games, I think that's enough then for us to start resting players, and at some point City will fall as Premier League champions. I mean, naturally, you want it mathematically done ASAP, but there we go. That's what we are looking for. So we'll see. We will see. But what I'd say now is we've already had a hand on the Premier League trophy. I'd say it's now a really firm grip on that Premier League trophy. We've still got a job to do. But for now, our attention turns towards the Champions League. We've got a job to do again. Tuesday evening, we're taking on Mönchengladbach. City are the home team. It is going to be played in Budapest, in Hungary once more, at the Puskás Arena. That is due to the coronavirus pandemic currently going on and travel restrictions from Germany entering into the United Kingdom and vice versa. That's why the first leg, the away game for City, was in Hungary, and it kind of is fair that it's played at a neutral venue as well. But we still have a job to do. We've got a 2-goal cushion. We won 2-0 in that first leg. We've got a job to do for the second leg to ensure that we do get progression into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. If we get that done, then we can turn our attention to our last game before the international break, before we come back to Premier League action, which is the FA Cup quarter-final, a difficult away game against Everton. But as a Premier League table is currently up. City now have only 8 games to play until the end of the season. United can finish on 84 points. It means City need only 14 points more to mathematically win the Premier League. 13 points with goal difference would certainly be enough. You'd be thinking, looking at that, if United drop any points, 4 wins for Manchester City. I think 3 wins will get the job done. Like Dale and Dad said, you're probably right. 2 wins would probably do the job. I'm wanting it done, though, as quickly as possible. And I think 3 wins for our next 3 games. And I think we will be Premier League champions. Our next 3 Premier League games, if memory serves me right, is Leicester City away, followed by a home match against Leeds United, followed by an away game against Aston Villa. So that is they're the next 3 games. We win them 3 games. I think that will make us Premier League champions. But it's a waiting game now. We've got not playing now for 3 weeks, so we can kind of forget about Premier League action. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the stats for this game, and then we're going to draw up some conclusions from the game, and then we'll end the live stream there. Cheers, Dale. Thanks for joining once more. Nice live stream and nice appearance once more. Thank you very much, Mixed. It is a good win there. So possession-wise, 46% possession for Fulham and 54% for Manchester City. 51% of duels won by City compared with 49% for Fulham. Aerial duels was a lot closer in the second half because it was 53% for City and 47% for Fulham. 3 offsides for City, 1 for Fulham, and 4 corners for Fulham, and only 2 for Manchester City, so more corners for Fulham. Most important stat, 3 goals for City and none for Fulham. 8 shots by City, 7 on target, 3 goals. Clinical City in the second half. Fulham 3 shots, none on target. A clean sheet for City once more. Always what we're looking for. City at a shot accuracy of 87.5%. Fulham at a shot accuracy of 0% with no shots on target. 3 block shots for Fulham and none for Manchester City. 7 shots for City inside the box. 3 for Fulham inside the box. None for Fulham outside the box and 1 for Manchester City. 22 tackles for Fulham, 19 for City. Tackles won by Fulham was 41% compared with 53% for Manchester City. City made more clearances, but Fulham had more interceptions. City ended up having 522 passes at a pass completion rate of 85%, and I think City will be looking to improve on that going into the match against Mönchengladbach. 85% is slightly less than what you come to expect from Manchester City. Considering on that tight, narrow pitch, though, probably was always going to happen. Fulham had 436 passes, so less than 100 passes less than what City have, so fair credit to them at a pass completion rate of 80%. So they're playing a good style of football. They've got themselves playing very well. They're a good team, Fulham. Continue playing like they have done. Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot. Bit of poor defending. Went to sleep early on in the second half to concede the first goal, which opened up the floodgates and changed their game plan. And a couple of mistakes here and there, iron them out of their play. And then all of a sudden, putting themselves in a good position to potentially try and stay in the Premier League. As it is, though, they're going to remain in 18th place. And they'll move on from there. So we'll see what happens with regards to that. I do hope that Fulham do stay in the Premier League, though. I do think they're a good club, a well-run club, and gave a thoroughly enjoyable game there. Yes, it was a bit of a nip and tuck first half, but a better second half from Manchester City. 14 fouls conceded by Fulham, 13 for Manchester City, and no yellow cards and no red cards at all in the game. So there we are. Just going to some of the later scores from around the ground. It's Tondela 0, Sporting Club de Portugal 0 in Portugal. Just having a look at some of the other games that have been going on whilst this game's been going on. It's finished Genoa 1, Udinese 1 in Serie A in Italy. And it's also finished Getafe 0, Atletico Madrid 0 in La Liga as well. And all the other scores that I read to you at half-time have all remained the same. So there we go, and it is Fulham 0, Manchester City 3 is what it has finished here. So there we go, that has pretty much been that for the live watch-along and live stream for this Premier League game between Fulham and Manchester City. It has finished Fulham 0, Manchester City 3. We are aiming for 150 likes on this live stream. We're only 9 likes away from that, so let's see if we can get them 9 likes by the time that I do end this live stream. in a couple of minutes time. But firstly, as I posted my link before, if you want to go and buy yourself and copy yourself some of the JSGC latest merchandise, then you can go and do so through my Teespring link, which you can find just below on this live stream, with all of my latest items of clothing on there. If you want to go and check them out, then that would be much appreciated. One of my favourite things is a phone case, which I'm hoping to get sorted at some point and get that onto the on the back of my phone, because I really like the phone case on there that I've designed. So if you want to go and check that out, then you can go and do so. That would be much appreciated. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this live stream. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat, and if you're watching this after the game, then in the comments below. Also, subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 16,000 subscribers. We're less than 200 subscribers away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. If you haven't subscribed already, then do subscribe. And also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below, and also on the banner below me too, if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email is also in the description below and on the banner too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, you can go and check out my latest transfer update, giving you all the latest transfer news for Manchester City in that video that I did put out earlier today. You can go and check that out if you so wish. We'll be back again tomorrow for my match review of this emphatic 3-0 away victory against Fulham. We'll also have the live stream highlights too for everybody to look forward to, and also future going on a couple of days. We have got the preview up on Monday for the Mönchengladbach game, and then we've got the live watch along of the Mönchengladbach game for everybody to look forward to on Tuesday evening. So I will see you all again on Tuesday evening for that live watch along for the second leg of the last 16 clash in the Champions League. We're now only 6 likes away from 150 likes, so any help towards that, ladies and gentlemen, would be much appreciated by me. And one last note, a big thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. It is much appreciated by me. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app, all you need to do, press that link at the top of my description. That'll take you to the download page to go and download OneFootball to keep you up to date with all the latest football fixtures, football results, also football game statistics, the live league table where you can watch the game on, the latest football news, transfer news, and all that good stuff. I'm getting all ahead of myself and everything, the joys of live stream, so I can't edit them out of the videos that I do, because I do make mistakes on my videos, believe it or not, as well. Can't quite edit them out of live streams, the joys of being live, but I do have my OneFootball promo video, which I am going to roll for everybody right now. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So I want to say a big thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and download the OneFootball app and support the future content created here on the JSGC channel, then do go and check out their link at the top of my description to take you to the download page to download the OneFootball app. So there we go. That has been the live watch along of this emphatic 3-0 away victory for Manchester City against Fulham. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, download OneFootball, go and check out some JSGC merchandise, become a member, support my channel as well. And we'll be back again for another live watch along Tuesday evening of the match for the Champions League second leg, last 16 clash between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Manchester City. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your evening. Peace. Ciao for now.